Andy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville. Plus tax tag title, $8.99 admin fee and resistol. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents per mile over 30,000 miles.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is now offering online scheduling for new patient appointments for all of their physicians. Simply schedule your appointment on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. JOI is the first orthopedic practice in North Florida to offer this feature to patients. To schedule your appointment online, visit joi.net and click on the button at the top of the page. If you'll be using insurance, be sure and have your information handy. JOI, where the pros go.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson, where we deliver custom-designed energy savings windows and doors. Did you know our unique Fibrix material combines elegance and resilience, offering double the strength of traditional vinyl? Now through June, buy one window or patio door and receive 40% off, plus 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vaughn's Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vaughn's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you about something important. It is time to take control of your health and feel better. You can do it with Integra Concierge Medicine and my doctor, Dr. Paul Bousset. I've learned concierge means personalized, and it means relief from simple allergies to chronic pain to sexual health. Integra Concierge Medicine.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida, and don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels for Big Chief Tire. And if you're looking for quality tires that won't break the bank, they've got you covered. With 5 convenient locations around town, Big Chief keeps Jacks rolling. Right now, they're offering $50 off a new set of tires. It's the perfect time to upgrade before you hit the road for summer vacation. Head over to BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 today to take advantage of this incredible deal. That's Big Chief Tire, 904-932-0950.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal. Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. It's go time on a Monday morning. It's the Monday morning quarterback, Monday morning physician, Monday morning psychologist. Wow, Rory. Just wow. So much to unpack from maybe the most exciting, interesting golf tournament in a long while. Listen, I could suffer from some serious recency bias when it comes to, perhaps recalling other majors and other final rounds, but that one lived up to any and all expectation until it didn't, because the expectation is that one of the great, certainly contemporary golfers, and on track to ultimately be considered one of the best of all time. The expectation is never that a guy of that stature who has made a particular putt for years without missing, 457 times inside of, well, probably not years. That's not fair. That's every tap in. That's every 6-incher after you barely. But Rory McIlroy on putts of inside 3 feet had gone 456 for 456 until he stabbing jabbed a all-time choke on 16, until that all-timer was surpassed. Here to tell you that the putt on 18, slightly further, and with a little bit of break, was worse. That was the bigger choke. The choked putt on 16, he still had life. You don't have any life left. This is also a no-brainer. I can go get every single pro that has finished his round today. He'll step up to that ball. He'll firm it left center, and it'll pour in the hole like the easy putt that it is. If Rory McIlroy putted that putt 100 times, he'd make it 97 to 99, without exaggeration. That timid stab that we saw on 18, if you're a golfer, we've all done that, haven't we? Rory McIlroy, in the biggest putt of his recent life, putted it like a 16 handicapper, scared, timid, uncertain. And that's because the putt on 16 completely put him on tilt. But there are two really good, compelling storylines to yesterday's U.S. Open, and it just goes back to the old title song of Wide World of Sports back in the day, and that was, it's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And man, those two things have never been more entwined than the split screen yesterday of Rory McIlroy standing in the scorer's area, hat cocked up into the side, a depressed puppy dog look in his eyes, while Bryson DeChambeau rolled in. A much more difficult putt, by the way, to win the U.S. Open than the one Rory had just missed. And then you just turn and walk away while DeChambeau rightfully celebrates like a madman. But boy, in the context of choke, that's what it is. It's what Rory knows what it is. So much to talk about this. Like I said, a lot of hats. I feel like this morning we're Monday morning quarterbacking. We're Monday morning's psychotherapy. And what must be between Rory McIlroy's ears this morning is anybody's guess. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for our guy Rory McIlroy. You have storms in life. I'd say that right now Rory perhaps is at the stormiest point. Rory, don't forget, filed for divorce, and then they made nice and they're together. I would tend to tell you that there's probably not a lot of just easy, casual conversating going on in the McIlroy household. I imagine there's some pretty deep conversations that are going on as to why their marriage was, I don't know, divorce filed a week ago and is now back on. My man's fighting a fight on that front, whatever the reasons or circumstances led to that. And this is certainly, he'll never have a lower point in his golf life. And there's been tremendous highs for Rory McIlroy, and he's a darn near billionaire if he's not already. He'll never have a lower moment as a competitor. He's never had a lower moment. He'll never have a lower moment. It's not, he didn't just choke and lose, but he lost in the worst way, man. It's the worst way. Just listen, put it on the scale of forgiveness. It's the beautiful thing about golf. There's a handicap system involved. You don't have to be Rory McIlroy. You understand the level of acceptance that you have with your mistakes on the golf course. Oh, I drove it out of bounds. I hit it good though. Oh, it's a tight landing area. Or oh, I thinned my iron over the green. Well, that'll happen. I'm not great from 170. Or, gosh, I left my bunker shot in the bunker. All of those things are a lot more okay to you than, oh, you've got a chance to break 100 or 90 or 80 or whatever the number is. And you leave the golf course sitting right on the number of 100 or 90 or 80 or whatever it is because you missed not one but 2 3-foot putts on your last 3 holes. I don't care. You could be a 25 handicapper. You're kicking yourself driving into work today. The absolute worst way to lose is what happened to Rory McIlroy yesterday. I feel for the guy, but I also feel for the other side of this story. Listen, this is golf Shangri-La for me. I've told y'all, I'm a YouTube golf. I know I don't hit their demo. That's fine. I'm not encouraging anyone to hop in there. That's fine too. But I love the YouTube golf. I watch a ton of it. I watch it every day. There's 2 or 3 channels I like watching. They entertain me. Bryson DeChambeau has entered that world. He's entered that world of YouTube golf. He did a 180. It 180'd me. I rooted for Bryson DeChambeau to win the golf tournament all weekend. If he weren't going to win, I wanted Rory to win. I love watching major championship golf, but now also I get this added bonus of the reason that I'm rooting for a guy is because of my second passionate golf consumer section, I guess, of my fandom. And I love that YouTube golf. I get it every day. I like some channels and personalities more than others. I might not watch every single thing that's offered. Most I will or do. And so here is Bryson DeChambeau. And I was thinking about this. When it came to the stated goal of LIV, the guys fell into certain categories when it came to our reaction to them. They were the first just out-and-out hypocrites claiming it was anything but the money. Stop it. Then there's guys that at least you knew why they did it. They didn't really hide it. The Dustin Johnsons and Brooks Koepkas are, yeah, I'm just going to take the cash, bro. It is what it is. I don't get jacked up for anything except the majors at this point anyway. These dudes going to pay me all this money just to show up, right? And then there was the crew that flat out owned it. Harold Varner Jr.'s, I'll never make this much money in my life. I set my family up for generational wealth forever. I cannot turn this down. The guys who took and made a lot more money than they would ever make on PGA Tour and owned it. Because there were those as well. And then there was the old grow the game crowd. Remember? That was like the general umbrella of LIV was to grow the game, right? And you know really the only one who is actually growing the game? Yesterday's U.S. Open winner. He's taken all that money that LIV Golf has offered him, and he said it from the beginning. We just weren't listening then. Well, I'll take this money now, and I'm going to put it into YouTube. And I'm going to and try and grow an audience and a following and a love for golf from a different perspective than the one that people see between the ropes. He was honest about that. I mean, could I do this if I didn't have, the $80 million in the bank that I have? And I really think that on Bryson Order's pecking off of golf interest, LIV is dead last. I feel like for Bryson, and I know, not that I know this, one of the reasons I feel this is because, as previously stated, I watch Bryson DeChambeau's YouTube golf channel. It has cool, interesting stuff. I think it's awesome when a major champion challenges another YouTube golfer and he's going to play with a junior set from Target or with hickory shafted clubs or with only 3 clubs that the opponent gets to choose. Bryson DeChambeau is doing these things within 3 weeks of the U.S. Open. I can also appreciate treating golf it is for what it is. It's supposed to be a fun game, and Bryson DeChambeau just showed the world that you can play around in golf with junior clubs from Target and still win the U.S. Open. You don't have to be on site. And by the way, he was the biggest perpetrator of this. Bryson DeChambeau used to be an oddball man. I'm almost positive it's DeChambeau. I'm almost positive the situation. I'll look it up in the break and as we move through this morning. But wasn't there a video of Bryson DeChambeau 10 years ago at the British Open, frustrated, just banging his head against the bleachers? Anyone else remember that out there? Y'all remember that out there in text line land? Wasn't it DeChambeau at the British Open? There was video. They got video of him that he was just banging his head against the bleachers. And I think to just further oddball the story, I think it was because he had a bad range session. That's the way I remember the story. Bryson DeChambeau seen banging his head again, not because he just missed a putt to lose the British Open or he walked off because he missed the cut. No, he had a bad range session. And he's banging his head against the bleachers. So there's a lot to the Bryson deep, but back to the point. And and the reason I give a little bit of credit for growing the game is because that's what he said his mission was when he did. It was going to free him up to do some stuff that really does indeed grow the game from an interest standpoint. Golf is supposed to be fun. We can lose sight of that sometimes, I think. So whether you're a kid or you're, a 38-year-old office worker, golf's supposed to be fun. Man, always having more fun, maybe in the history of the game, than Bryson DeChambeau, and that's where the YouTube comes in. And that's where you win fans over, because you see a completely different side than that snippet and headline-grabbing, soundbite, social media, TikTok short perspective. You get the much, much fuller one. So really, my two, my two consumer worlds of one of my favorite things to watch is golf. They just kind of collided yesterday, and it made for a terrific win for Bryson DeChambeau, second U.S. Open. He was so close, right? He lost the PGA by a shot and did what he had to do to win, and Xander Schauffele went and won it with a tremendous putt on 18. But I think the story that lives and lasts equally with the winner, and it hardly ever happens that a story equal to the winner is the loser and how he lost. To the point that I can challenge you, the year that Phil Mickelson had like a two-shot lead or something, all he had to do was hit an iron. Remember, he had a drive, and it went over. He still never won the U.S. Open. At that point, I'm not sure he had won majors, and he blew his drive over to the left and lived in infamy that was the one that he lost. Boy, bonus points if you could tell me who won that U.S. Open. I'm going to stab at it because I'm the expert here and say Jeff Ogilvy. Can that be right? Where was that? Boy, triple bonus points if you can tell me where it was. Wingfoot, maybe? But very rarely is the tournament winner equaled by the person and the manner with which the tournament loser was offered up. And boy, to go back to the beginning, man, Rory needs a shrink this morning, man. By the way, stormed out, didn't talk to anybody. I know that goes against my drumbeat to accept that. I'm going to allow it. This isn't a team sport. He didn't let down a fan base. This is an individual sport, and he just absolutely threw up on himself. I'm getting in my car, and I'm out of here. I'll talk to you next tournament. I can't do this right now. I'm okay with that, man. I'm all right with that. Again, it's your brand. It's you. You're not affecting anyone else. Not a teammate or a coach or a GM or a guy signing your check. We all understand. Get out of here. I can imagine how many times Rory McIlroy has replayed those two putts in his head in the last 12 hours. I can imagine. Hundreds, literally. Oof. And again, the storms of life. I'm guessing Rory's personal space isn't real uncluttered right now, considering all that's gone on in the last 6 weeks. Meanwhile, Bryson will get on a plane and fly off to do a challenge where he plays left-handed, and then go contend at the British, perhaps. So we shall see. Oof. For you hardcore, and I think I've got one sitting next to me when he arrives shortly. We get one day of Dan Hicken. I'll let him give all the updates. I did get slapped with HIPAA violations, so I ain't talking about people's health anymore. I will say this after some things that have gone down in the last 3 days. Your boy here, you know what I feel like? Good morning, E.T.
Top passe, Jeffrey.
I feel like the band that keeps playing on the Titanic.
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
Oh, because they kept going.
Because my guys around me are just splash.
Man.
Dun, 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 dun. I got one, in surgical procedure. Again, I'm going to let HIPAA. But I got Hick laid up. We all know that. That's been going on for over a week. And we'll get into my other, violin serenade when we come back on the other side, because my dog in there is,
puppy.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. When I'm the healthiest of the three, we got issues. We better not be getting any wars with anybody. We need to lay low. You two backseaters, just be quiet back there. I'm going to drive us quietly on for a while. with my violin in tow. I'm just right there on the back. The ship's sinking. Bodies are falling all around me. I'm carrying on. But for those so hardcore that you rode out that Gator baseball game on Saturday night, God bless you, and I'm sorry. My intent, here's the biggest problem with those rain delays for this sports consumer. You know, I've become a pro. I watch more things now, DVR on DVR second half, first thing in the morning without knowing what happened. It's a beautiful little peaceful world, I find, and you can do it when you get up as early as I do. You just don't check, the phone doesn't come on until I'm done watching what I haven't watched from last night. It could be the NBA Finals, it could be the U.S. Open, it could be, whatever, Gator baseball in this case. But when the game gets so delayed and so delayed and so delayed, and at this point, you don't even know where this thing's going to show up. It's going to be on ESPN3, ESPN2. They're going to put it on ESPN. So you can't program anything to record. You don't even know when the game's going to start. It didn't start on Saturday night. 7 o'clock was supposed to be the first pitch. Didn't start till after 11. It's like 11:15-ish, I think, between 11:15 and 11:30. Yeah, your boy giving up by then now. Yeah. But my plan was, I'll get up tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, early. I'll put that baby on ESPN3, and I'm sure it'll be on demand. And, of course, as it is with today's modern technology, I could not get to that point without seeing that Florida had lost. Here's how it happened. I went to ESPN3. I was going to go down to On Demand. I was going to watch Florida Texas A&M, unaware of how the game had gone. And I see up at top, upcoming games, Florida versus NC State, which tells me, we're in the loser's bracket. Never mind. Let me just read what happened. Oh, and then I saw the highlight. This is where the special bandages come for you Gator baseball fans who were up until the bitter end, and it was bitter. Well, after 2 in the morning, Florida's down a run in the 9th. They got a runner on, and they hit a drive to right field. Way back. It might be. It could be. It is up and out of the park, and the Texas A&M right fielder leapt up, snagged it, and brought it back. I mean, are you kidding me? So, Florida saw their freshman starter be a little shaky early, gave up runs in the first 3 innings, and then he settled down a little bit, but they relied on their relievers from there. And this comeback train that the Gators had been on finally came to an end. And it came in that's one of those where you're on your feet. You are ready to celebrate. You're moving on in the winner's bracket. And Cade Curlin's shot to right saw Jace LaViolette jump up, grab it from over the fence, snag it back, final out of the inning, final out of the game. Florida onto the loser's bracket where they'll play today against NC State. Scheduled to go at 2. They had a little bit of weather issues there. FSU, by the way, did stay alive. They won. Virginia sent packing. Florida now will be in a position to either join or not join them. And look, most years you'd give up when you lose this first one and go to the loser's bracket. But, man, the way Florida has come through in this postseason, either in game or in series, in regional, just in the home stretch, just to be eligible. I guess if you're a Gator baseball fan, it's safe to say, I'm not saying die until it's strike 3 in the 9th or the last inning. But, man, you want to talk about a tough way to lose, son. Especially because if you did see it live, you really went all in.
Yeah, you committed.
You are committed, man. It's 2 in the morning. Your eyes are bloodshot. You got a final shot. You got the winning run at the plate. And it's always like this in baseball. If you're a baseball fan, I don't care what level you're watching. And when the ball first leaves, you always have this first gut feeling. You're not always right. Sometimes it looks like, that's going to be gone, and it's not. And sometimes it looks like it's just going to be a fly ball, and it's gone. That was one of those that went, all right, it should be ping. When it pinged, it looked, before they took the outfield, camera angle, it looked like that thing was going to be gone. Florida was going to have another miraculous comeback win. Wasn't to be. They'll go into the losers bracket, and we will go on to our next segment when we return. We're up and rolling. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com, and we have a big show planned for you. We do have Hick for a day this week before he heads off on vacation. Get the latest updates from him. We'll update you on my pickleball partner in there when we come back. Is that cool?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Is that pretty much just out and out now?
No, not yet.
Yeah, it isn't. I mean, I told my kids yesterday who know part of it, or yeah. We're going to give you an update. It's really a sad one. And it's more about just the sad state of a man just falling apart physically than it is.
And trying to accept that.
Of something that can't be overcome. This too shall be overcome, but I think it's more just the final straw in Mr. Hamstring in there. Just home. And yeah. I say that with all love. You know that.
Yeah.
This is the drill. We got Fred Taylor today.
Yeah, we do.
So we'll do that at 8:30. We have Matty Every going to join us 9 a.m. today to talk this U.S. Open, his perspective on what we just saw with first Rory McIlroy and I just one of the chokiest chokes in golf choke history, because it wasn't just once, it was twice. And Bryson DeChambeau, and how he's gone from odd character, and I would say his Q rating very low, a very unpopular player, to one that seems to really be gaining in popularity. So that's a ongoing theme as we go through. There's always Jaguars talk now as we settle in on Trevor's new deal and look ahead to training camp. Other news and notes from around the National Football League. The league goes dark, but there's always storylines that crop up. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Florida State. Subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel, up-to-the-minute updates, analysis, and more. Plant the spear and subscribe to 1010XL Seminoles channel today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com, then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value is way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards and more. Get some money for home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips. And approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com. Take that cash that you're living in and put it to use. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
Jamie Johnson, What a View Tour. The award-winning songwriting master. June 20th, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Special guest Ben Haggard. Should have seen it in color. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. I tell you, the high cost of living. Don't miss Jamie Johnson live. Living high.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hold on tight, because All Pro Roofing is unleashing some electrifying news. Brace yourselves for instant excitement. Instant Roof Quotes are here. Simply surf over to their website and hit the Instant Roof Quote tab. Boom! That's your ticket to a lightning-fast estimate. Head over to allproroofingllc.com. Click that Instant Roof Quote tab. What are you waiting for? Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean.
This is 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234, make the right connection.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Dr. George Bari inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Honestly, you have no idea if you can run the ball until the game's started. I mean, preseason only gives you so much. Obviously, off-season doesn't give you a whole lot. It gives you targeting and landmarks and footwork and technique, but there's no physicality. We talked about that last time. Even into training camp, there's only so much you can do. You'll get a handful of days that are full speed, but it's just really not a ton. And then you kind of got to get a hope that your training has taken you to the point where now when the bullets are flying, we know what we're doing and we know how to respond.
That is Press Taylor, Jaguars offensive coordinator. I thought we'd take at least a shallow dive into the run game. That is not a statistic that I think can be completely defined by what your lead running back is and what he's doing. To that end, Travis Etienne's been a 1,000-yard rusher the last 2 years, but as mentioned, 1,000 yards rushing ain't all what it used to be. No one's carrying you to victory with a 58-yard effort on the ground. And isn't that what we're down to now? Divide 1,000. We got John. I hate to say intern John. It almost just like carries some sort of connotation, but Temp John. How about that? Temp John. TJ, I'll call him. Can you divide a 1,000 by 17 for me so I don't have to do all that? And John is driving Miss Daisy. More on that in a second. What is it? 58. Man, I'm like some sort of like simple mind genius here. Yeah, 58 yards a game, right? So 1,000. Listen, look, 1,000 will be the benchmark. I get it. It's not like all of a sudden who's a 1,200-yard rusher, but 1,000 yards ain't what it used to be. 1,000's 58 a game, and there are very few post-game, wrap-ups that are alluding to the dominance of a 58-yard effort, leading anyone anywhere. I think it's more about can you get them when you need to get them, and how many are you getting on average when they hand the ball off. And to that end, the run game and its fall off from 2022 is as bad as we know it is, and as easy as we just kind of overall throw it on the O-line. And I do think a lot of it is there, especially with all the injuries last year. That fall off was steep. In 2022, as the Jaguars made their mark, it's a legitimate NFL team capable of winning playoff games. There were a lot of reasons why, but can't be overstated that one of those was their ability to run the football. Their ability to pick up short yardage if they needed to. And if they weren't the best team in the league running it, don't get me wrong. But in 2022, the Jaguars were 14th with 124.5 rushing yards a game. And more impressively, they ran it for 4.7 yards a pop. Again, that falls within the top 15 in the league. And with an emerging offense and passing game that we saw that year with Zay Jones and Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk, Trevor Lawrence, the sky was the limit for this offense. And then we hit the brakes last year in the run game. And so after being 14th at almost 125 a game, 4.7 yards a pop, last year, for a variety of reasons, they were 24th in rushing. Less than 100 a game, 96.8 yards per game, 3.6 yards a carry. These are all woefully bad. The 3.6 is tied for second worst in the NFL. The 4.7 the year before was like top 12. The running game has got to be not better, way better. And it's not all about the evolution of Tank Bigsby. It's got to be a variety of reasons, which is why this is a little more than coach speak. When we hear from Press Taylor, it's not as simple as so-and-so needs to know his assignment, or so-and-so can't fumble there, or, you could find a lot of reasons on why you went from one of the very good at getting the job done on the ground to almost literally the worst in the entire National Football League. And so I think it's more than just one issue, and Taylor, to a point of honesty, talked about a deep, deep dive that they're taking to get this thing figured out.
More so than anything was our run game, of just the terminology, the structure, the progression of the way we teach it, because that's something we haven't been as good as we want to be. And so moving forward, we kind of pared it down. What's really important to us? What do we want to be really good at? What have we been good at? How do we build this thing, rebuild this thing from scratch? And that's really where our main focus was. I think guys are seeing that. I think the progression, the way we've taught it so far through the offseason has really stuck with guys. There's probably a clear understanding. There's probably more of things fitting in certain families to where the rules, the techniques are carrying over from play to play.
So that's Press Taylor, and listen, a lot of that is kind of gobbledygook, but to the point that there is break one down to the studs it needs to be. And we really help to have some continuity from a health standpoint on that O-line, which isn't, at its best, isn't good enough perhaps, but banged up and guys shifting in and out and literally not knowing who should be starting. You got this feeling like the staff itself is wondering who should start. And there were times last year where we had guys running out of game like we're a high school team. He's not playing good enough. Get his guy in there. And because of injury, got down to really like last man up on the bench in some cases in some of those games where multiple linemen were lost. So some health up front, I'm sure, will be a lot of what comes out of that, quote, breaking it down to the studs. But sheesh, man. Football Fix coming up next, and got some NFL talk when it goes to there. Bryson DeChambeau beats Rory McIlroy with a big-time assist from McIlroy. We'll talk a lot about that as we move through this morning. Includes Matt Every, a two-time winner on PGA Tour. Will join us in the 9 o'clock hour. Got more Jaguars talk. Speaking of that running game, one of the best in Jaguars history. The best running back in franchise history, Fred Taylor, joins us as he does each and every Monday for the Monday Morning Running Back. All right, now on to driving Miss Daisy in there. So I'll ask this question that normally is more just of a cliche, how you doing this morning, but how you feeling?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah, not too good. You want to tell folks what happened, or should I? It's out there. I mean, I know people can see it on some of the social media if they haven't been there yet. But
nah, I ain't even post nothing about it.
Yeah, you didn't.
It's
not anywhere? How do people know?
Just those who
maybe were there and were filming it or something?
Yeah, or reached out.
I got you. You want to tell folks what happened?
Oh,
so we had fun. I'll leave it to you. So we had fun over at the pickleball outing the other day, and of course with two high-profile celebrities like E.T. and myself, they wanted us to do an exhibition, just experience the fun of pickleball and learn a little bit more about it and get our feet under us, so to speak. And so we had an exhibition out there at 12:30 after the tournament that was a smashing success, by the way. So for everyone that came out to learn more about pickleball and had fun playing on Friday, it was a good time. So we get to the exhibition, and meanwhile, E.T. and I, who literally both of us have never played pickleball before Friday. I've never picked up a rattle. I've never hit a wiffle ball. Pickleball. Ever. First time. Now, I have a big advantage when it comes to E.T. and I playing that racket sport for the first time. I played a lot of tennis as a kid. I played tennis as an adult. I played probably more ping pong than E.T. has. Shoot, even I was at the beach a week ago playing paddleball. So there's like some hand-eye like consistency with me like through the years that I can kind of keep that up and like just like knowing what the angle of the racket needs to be, some of those type things. So E.T. and I are practicing a little bit. We're getting ready for our little exhibition here, and it's me and former NFL kicker Caleb Sturgis, who played at the University of Florida.
Who's raw, by the way, at that pickleball.
Yeah, pretty good, isn't he?
Oh, man.
And then on E.T.'s side, he had Johan, the laid-back Frenchman.
Johan,
the laid-back Frenchman, is E.T.'s. He's the pro, and he's like by far the best of the four. And so we play the first game, and now we're into the second game, and we're almost done. It's just a little two-game exhibition. We're to the last point of the second game.
Yeah.
And there's a ball that's kind of to E.T.'s right that he, the true competitor that he is going to make a lunge for. And E.T., I'll let you take over from there.
So one of you guys, whether you or Caleb, y'all hit it to my right, and then I wanted to make that effort, and all I heard was
pop.
Then
That's
I hit
correct.
The ground.
He's on the ground. He is just screaming in pain.
A pain I ain't never really felt.
Well, right
before.
there, I know. I mean, here's the deal, man. I've been around this enough. There's different kinds of pain screams, especially from athletes that have been hurt before. Like, the difference between I rolled my ankle, which is dang it, right.
Yeah.
There's a difference in that, and then the Achilles, which is like just unbridled. A
lot of bad words.
Yeah. And so my guy here, that's back to me. I feel like I'm the band on the Titanic. My guy, there goes one into the water. There goes another into the water. And so E.T. now has torn his Achilles. That's where we're at. We immediately called Doc Murphy. So he's got a game plan moving forward. But after a busy weekend, I trust you got everything done you needed to get done?
Yeah, I was still able to get up to get Gritty.
Okay.
And,
all right.
Gritty's here. And,
okay, good.
But yeah.
How about the Monstars on Friday night? How'd that go?
Oh, as soon as I left urgent care.
You did end up going to urgent care because we weren't sure on that when I left you because I drove Miss Daisy for a while now on Friday.
You
got him all taken care of, squared away, car at the house.
Car at the house, everything
Assistant
situated.
Mrs. P came over there and got me.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And then once that happened.
So you decided you'd go to why? Because you wanted the boot? Or just felt like you needed to get it looked at?
Yeah, I needed to go. I contacted HR, and they're like, you need to go as soon as possible.
I see. For other reasons. I got you. Paperwork reasons.
Paperwork reasons. So I had to go to urgent care, get that situated.
Well, hopefully you got in and out pretty quick. You didn't have to spend half a day there.
Quick enough to still make it to the Monstars.
All right.
So
and is the boot helping with the pain?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, good.
It's still painful, but the boot helps stabilizes it. And I went straight to the game to I didn't want to leave my Monstars.
We got a W or an L?
Man, we caught that L, man.
Oh, I caught an L early. Well, we got Gritty in town now. You were able to get him on Saturday then.
Yeah,
all
got
right.
him on Saturday, and
okay.
we're rolling.
And so, meanwhile, that's why I got TJ over here, who's just Temp John. Driving Miss Daisy, sitting here in the corner, I suppose, and he's got to drive you around. I love that.
True team player to wake up super early
It is.
and come scoop me up and have me up here at 1010XL headquarters right on time.
Good on him. I hope that that diligence I hope it does not go unnoted. So there we are. I got one coming back in off the DL before he short time. Probably get about an hour out of me, and he'll get short timers disease, dreaming of vacations and frolicking on trips, whatnot. To each his own. And then I got this guy's following me on the left side of the balcony. Foot just flapping with no, just unencumbered. Foot just like a windsock as it falls down into the ocean. That's where we're at. This is the drill. It's Monday morning quarterback. I kid because I care, and by the way, it'll be me next. I'm more like just everything hurts all over. I got like this shoulder's got something ripped. This elbow's got the Tommy John tendonitis. This back ain't going anywhere. The pickleball, by the way, did do a little number on the back, pounded myself a little more. Something else about the pickleball, much fun, dude.
Man,
it was fun, right? So he hurt himself, but it was also much better exercise than I thought it would be. I felt like that court grew like a foot every 5 minutes. When we first started, I felt like we were like playing on a ping pong table. And by the time we were done, I felt like we were on a full-size tennis court. Truth is, it's somewhere in between. I did pick this up. It's definitely better as a doubles game. I'm not sure I'd want to play singles. That's a lot to cover, man.
That's a lot
or at least not until you get in better cardio shape. But I found it to be a workout. I thought it was fun. And if you have any background at all in any kind of racket sport, you'll adjust pretty. I found it to be a pretty easy adjustment. I'm not some super high level, tennis, ping pong, or anything else. Just done it enough I could get by and around. He did fine too, just picking it up for the first time. Don't get it twisted now. I'm not saying my man couldn't get it across. This was more just setting up the dive, and then the ensuing whale, and then it was off to rehab land.
Shout out all the folks out there at Fruit Cove Recreational Center too, man. They they took us in and they showed love.
Yeah, they did.
Nice little spot.
Correct. Yeah. So it did. We tried our best to not have it put a damper on a fun Friday out there, but fun just starting now for my guys. So let's come back with Football Fix. We'll do it quick, get you set up for the Hicken Arrival and more. Listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida Gators look to remain alive at the College World Series today after a 3-2 loss at Texas A&M. The Gators are a $1.25 favorite against NC State today. Wolfpack, they're coming off a walk-off loss to the Kentucky Wildcats. They're minus 105 on the money line. Florida State eliminated Virginia 7-3 yesterday. They will meet North Carolina in elimination game tomorrow, pitting a pair of ACC foes. No early line on the Tar Heels Seminoles matchup. Atlanta Braves today a $2.18 home favorite against the Detroit Tigers. The total is 8, shaded to the under. Sign up for the free VSIN newsletter and keep up to date with the biggest sports betting news and insights only at VSIN.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
AC Hotline, how can I help?
Help! Our AC isn't working, and my husband's pouring ice cubes down his pants.
Wow, okay, well, we can help with the AC issue.
Please. I'm afraid he's going to damage something.
Okay, I'm going to connect you with the Duck.
The Duck?
No, the Duck. Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts.
Okay, tell them to hurry.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Air Conditioning. Service, repairs, new installations, commercial or residential. Trust the Duck. DuckDuckAC.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Duval! Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're gonna have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
I'm Taylor Rose with our Remedy Staffing Westside office off of Normandy Boulevard. We are helping great people find great jobs. Remedy has helped some of the best employers in Jacksonville find talented job seekers like you for over 25 years. Our current job openings range from entry-level distribution center pickers to equipment operators. Apply today at remedygoodjobs.com. Don't wait. Apply at remedygoodjobs.com now.
Ready to drive away with a fortune? Join us at Best Bet St. Augustine for our Fairways to Fortune giveaway. Over $30,000 in prizes are up for grabs, including a top-of-the-line 6-seater golf cart. Join us July 27th at Best Bet St. Augustine for the big giveaway and hourly cash drawings. Come play and win big at Best Bet St. Augustine, located on State Road 207, seconds away from the I-95 exit. Visit bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com, and we'll see you in St. Augustine.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, our guy must be on pain relief. I was expecting the Titanic theme when we came back from break. We're back. Hey, listen. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Both can be true. Rory's all-time choke. All-time choke. sad. It was hard to watch. You feel for the guy. Doesn't take away from Bryson hitting one of the best shots in major championship history. I saw one of the analytics. The chance of hitting it within 4 feet on that bunker shot that he had from 58 yards or whatever it was like less than 1%. I mean, that's an all-time great shot. He'll never hit a better shot. So, from that standpoint, he knocked it up there and won the U.S. Open. Point being that just go 1 for 2, and we're headed to a playoff. They can both happen. Guy can pull off a guy can go win the golf tournament. I mean, Bryson went and won the PGA, and then Xander Schauffele said, no, you didn't. I did. Rory could have done that, could have been that, didn't. And I don't mean when I say that Bryson has leveled some, he's become more identifiable. He's still quirky now. Don't misunderstand. Maybe not the guy banging his head against the bleachers after a British Open range session, but quirky nonetheless. In fact, if you look inside Bryson's bag, he's named all his clubs. Did y'all know this? Did you see this on Golf Channel? His 3-iron is a Gamma. Calls it. That's the 3rd letter. Now, I wonder when he actually goes to his caddy to say, hey, can you give me Juniper? Right. Gamma is the 3rd letter in the Greek alphabet. That's his 3-iron. His 5-iron is Azalea, his favorite par 5 at Augusta National. His 6-iron is Juniper, the 6th hole at Augusta. His 7-iron is Tin Cup. That's Tin Cup's favorite club. His 8-iron he calls 8-ball because he enjoys playing 8-ball pool. His 9-iron he calls Jackie because it's 42 degrees. He's honoring Jackie Robinson. Pitching wedge is Herman Kaiser because it's 46 degree, and that was the 46 Masters champ. Jimmy Demerit at 50 degree, the 50 Masters champ. Calls the sand wedge Mr. Ward, 55 degree. For Harvey Ward, who was low amateur at the 1955 U.S. Open. And then finally, the lob wedge he calls King, honoring Arnold Palmer. Could you give me Herman Kaiser? Wait, what now? Huh? Actually, I think we should hit Jackie. Whoa, now. Tone it down a notch. Fire the band. We got a football fix. It'll be quick and to the point. Not a lot happening as teams go into shutdown for 5-6 weeks. Somebody needs to shut down my man Isaiah Buggs, ET. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Buggs, a defensive lineman for the Chiefs, is on the how do I get cut plan. He's been arrested for a 2nd time in a month, booked this time on a serious domestic violence burglary charge in Alabama. He's been released. This comes after he turned himself in May 30th, charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of 2nd-degree animal cruelty in Tuscaloosa. 2 dogs under his care, found to be neglected, severely malnourished. 1 had to be euthanized. Buggs' agent, Trey Robinson, alleges his client is a victim of an ongoing subversive campaign to force the closure of a hookah lounge he owns in Tuscaloosa. How to build a cut me resume by Isaiah Buggs. Step 1, open a hookah lounge in Tuscaloosa. Step 2, I don't know, maybe stop with the violent behavior. All right, the Bengals' T. Higgins has signed that franchise tender. Like, that wasn't going to happen. He'll play a probably relatively unhappy year in Cincinnati. The Lions have signed that UFL kicker Jake Bates, who had been so good. He played right there in Detroit for the Michigan Panthers. 2nd in the UFL this season in field goals, and he's the one that hit that 64-yard game winner in the season opener. That's 2 yards short of Justin Tucker's NFL record of 66, which I believe was also hit in Detroit, wasn't it? And finally, the Chargers assigned safety Tony Jefferson. Spent the last season as a scouting intern with the Ravens, but has now come out of retirement. Played 10 years in the NFL, 3.5 in Baltimore. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks back home this week. Go to jacksharks.com for your tickets. And you got the golf bug. I know you do. Call my friends at the Julington Creek Golf Club. The best value in golf. The Julington Creek Golf Club. Hicken, Arrival, and more next on the Monday Morning Quarterback.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
After work, crack open a cold one with Rick Ballou.
How's that beer tasting?
Like the first of many. Into the night.
Make yourselves at home, sweet home, boys.
Evenings on 1010XL.
I hear we're getting a new cappuccino machine.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Why Arlington Toyota? All right, you've got to hear. Just drive to their lot and you will see that Arlington has a huge selection of new vehicles in stock in one location, No more driving around trying to figure out what you want. Arlington has it. And every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and miles. Plus, you now get 60 days to love your new purchase or exchange it, and Arlington's Credit Helper program to help get you financed. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Matt, eating well can actually taste amazing with Awaken 180.
Exactly what Mike and I have been telling you, Hacker. It's all about discovering flavors that are as good for you as they taste.
I'm now down 70 pounds, and it's only been 3 months. No gym, no meds, just great food and fantastic coaching from Awaken 180.
Woo, baby! I told you so. Awaken 180 has changed the weight loss game. I saw Mike Dempsey drop his 25 pounds in a month, so I wanted in. You listeners know my results, but what we haven't shared is a ton of friends and family and listeners have jumped on board too. Their results? 100% success across the board.
Crazy to think there is a program that can work for everyone. But losing 70 pounds in 3 months proves that crazy is not so crazy. If you're listening and ready for fast results, expert coaching, and delicious food, Awaken 180 is the way to go. Head to awaken180weightloss.com and watch the weight melt off, starting with your very first week.
All right, gang, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. Me, myself, and I, and Beaches Dermatology. Reminding you, man, summer is here. It's time to put on the sunscreen. You should put it on all the time. But especially now, man, if you got to go out and you're going golfing, you're going to the beach, you're going to watch your kids play, you're going out into the sunshine state, man, you got to put on the screen, dude. You want to take care of that skin, especially in the month of June, National Men's Health Month, by the way. And listen, if something pops up on your skin, go see Doctors Boudreaux and Metz over at Beaches Dermatology. They've been taking care of me for decades. I've gone through some stuff with them a couple times. Yeah, I've had Mohs surgery, etc. Basal skin carcinomas pulled off there. Listen, because you got to stay ahead of the game. So stay ahead of the game. Schedule something online at beachesdermatology.com or give Beaches Dermatology a call. But remember this, wear your sunscreen.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. V-O-N-S. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Here's your Southeast orthopedic specialist local sports update. Former Jaguar defensive tackle Malik Jackson had plenty of positive things to say about head coach Doug Peterson.
He's established, he knows what he's doing. I think he builds talent well. I think he relates to his players. When I had some coaches down in Jacksonville, it was more of a dictatorship.
The Jaguar contract extension of QB Trevor Lawrence was big news that extended through the weekend. The 5-year deal worth $275 million. His annual average of $55 million is tied with Joe Burrow for the highest among quarterbacks. Gator Baseball is looking at another elimination game, this one against North Carolina State this afternoon. Head coach Kevin O'Sullivan knows it's time to perform.
Honestly, we have no choice at this point because we've had every game was so meaningful.
Game time is 2 p.m. You can hear it live on 1010XL AM. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 7:05 and it's 77 degrees. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
We hanging.
Boys have taken some shots the last couple weeks. Some body blows, huh? We're still standing. Still coming. Whew. Man, oh man. Lots of health issues have plagued the drill of late. So I hear my man E.T. goes down with a torn Achilles. Been there, done that. That's no fun. That's a surgery awaiting. Oof. So he can look forward to that. I went in, doubled back to the hospital Thursday, had surgery Friday to remove kidney stone. Shout out to Mayo, man. They did a great job. I mean, it was a long week for me. Ooh. And I'm still on the road to recovery here. I got certain things here that are just not pleasant to talk about or look at.
Willy Wonka not doing so well these days.
But with all that said, man, I tell you what, they starting on last Sunday through Friday, nurses, the healthcare workers, very nice people. Everybody was very nice. That's the and they're doing the best they can. And they got me in there on Thursday because Thursday I had to leave here Thursday because the pain was unbearable. I didn't go back in. I finally went into the ER around 5. I couldn't take it anymore. I tried pain pills, everything. Nothing was working. So we got in there. We got taken care of. The emergency room doctor, such a nice lady. Big fan of the show. So appreciate her. Appreciate all the people over there. And then they waited until Friday late in the day to see if we could pass that stone. We just couldn't pass it. So Friday late in the day we went in and they took care of it and sent me home Friday night. Saturday, Sunday, recuperating, and we'll see how it goes here. We got a couple other things to take care of, and we should hopefully be back to new and then make whatever changes we need so that never happens again. Oh, my goodness gracious. Those are painful. If you've had those, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't had them, don't get them.
Meanwhile, E, if you'd have just stayed a little bit more up-to-date on the trends across the country, I have this from Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. Pickleball injuries may cost Americans nearly $400 million this year.
Oh, dear, E.
It was fun while it lasted. Just put it that way.
Yeah, that I did that. I did mine on a tennis court as well, E, my Achilles.
Yeah?
I was in my 30s.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's like somebody shoots you in the back of the foot.
Man, with a rifle.
That instant pain is oof. And then it kind of goes dead. Like, uh-oh, what happened here? Who threw that rock on the boulder on the back of my foot? And you look back and there's no boulder. And then you go, oh, dear.
I thought for sure I left something on the court. Like, oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. So you're going to have to get that taken care of there, my friend, and do that expeditiously because that's not something you want to deal with.
For condolences to FSU. They got royally screwed by that check swing, but they survived yesterday in the losers bracket. But meanwhile, Saturday night, to those of you hardy ones, I understand you were actually up until that thing ended.
I was. I
gave up. I never knew when it was going to start.
11:15 is when it was going to start, and then I went to bed. I mean, the youngster was staying up watching.
Oh, okay.
I went to bed, and then I'm laying there sleeping, and it's about the 6th, 7th inning, and my wife is watching the game.
Nice.
Yelling
Good
at the
for her.
TV. She kind of wakes me up. So I give her a credit for that part.
All right.
So then I'm able
Late
to
night at the Hicken house, man.
Yeah.
A bunch of vampires over there.
Then I'm able to watch, Cade Curlin hit one to deep right, almost got out.
It was out. He pulled it back.
He did.
That's it was the last out of the game, wasn't it?
No, but it was the second to last out.
Second to last out.
And no, yeah, because then Cags got up and walked. Anyway, it was, look, it is what it is at this point.
It's brutal, but
Gators will go again today. Try to stay alive. We'll see what happens. I'm not, again, it's all gravy from this point out. So, Ashton Wilson, I think, made the last out. He struck out, and that was it for Florida. So Florida State's on the ropes. When you lose the opener, you're pretty much cooked. Because what you have to do then is you got to win. What is it? You play like FSU knocked out Virginia. Now they'll play the loser of. So they'll play North Carolina in an elimination game. And then if they win that, then they got to beat Tennessee twice. So they got it's a long road back when you lose the first game. But FSU's hitting the ball. They're playing pretty well. I don't know if they Drew says he's not sure they have the pitching to withstand the onslaught, but he would have rather had to beat North Carolina twice than Tennessee twice. Tennessee's good. So good start for the Vols out there, and the College World Series is rolling in Omaha. We got victimized, obviously, by the weather, and we didn't go till late Saturday night, which, that's part of it. I mean, if you've ever done travel ball with your kids, I remember one year there was a game where we started it at I think it was 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, what are we doing? But they're trying to get the games in, stay on schedule, et cetera. So, anyway.
I don't know. I think it's arguable. That's a little too much.
Yeah. Well, they did it. Florida lost. All the games were great. By the way.
The first time that the first 4 games were all one-run games.
Got me thinking as I watched it.
First round.
I don't know. I really don't even know the answer. I don't really have an opinion on our Dream Finders poll question of the day, but I'll throw it out anyway. So I'm curious what people think. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. What's the toughest team title to win in college sports? Toughest team title to win in college sports. Is it baseball? Is it football? Is it basketball? Or is it other? Some of those others are not easy, Golf doesn't look like it's an easy team title to win in sports. But anyway, it's Dream Finders, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. And it's our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. Toughest team title to win in all of college sports. Baseball, football, basketball, or other?
Gosh, I mean, I'm going to just for the sake of popularity keep to those first 3. I don't know what's harder to win, volleyball or swimming. They're probably all hard. I would say that of those 3, I mean, I guess the
keeping in mind
difficulties
that they all are hard.
Yeah, well, difficulty is what you make it. How are you playing in those particular sports? I think basketball's the hardest. That tournament's a bear.
Yeah, it's a bear. Football is a leader right now. We got almost 500 votes. And it's very close. 39.3 for football, 35.4 for baseball, 22.7 for basketball, only 2.6 for other. Nobody cares about the other.
I got Georgia on line 1, Bama on line 2, and they say you got the poll wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. There's been times in Florida's history where you got the poll wrong. It's not that hard. We're in there. You're in that realm every year.
I guess with basketball too, sometimes
got to win the 6, man.
Yeah,
that makes
but sometimes you get good matchups. There's an upset, and that helps you.
Yeah, that's true. But it still just helps you to get to that one game. That, of the 6.
Yeah,
it's a lot harder, man.
Well, baseball's the same. It was elimination last week.
I get that. I think that the knowledge of the talent level of all the teams is so much less in baseball than it is for the average fan in basketball and football. You know what I mean? You just don't know what a top 10 team looks like in baseball like you do basketball and football. Or at least for me, you don't.
Well, you don't, but it doesn't matter. Is there parity, though? Where's the parity? And it seems like there's more parity than ever in college baseball. It seems like it seems to me like any one of those 8 could win.
Florida's okay. Florida, O'Sullivan's been there 17 years, and Florida's in the World Series for the 9th time. Doesn't seem that hard to me. Like Florida hadn't gone to 9 Final Fours in 17 years. They've never played for 9. Been in the national title hunt for football 9 times in 17 years.
Well, maybe he deserves credit for that.
Well, of course he does.
Yeah.
Of course he does. But maybe it's also a sport where
I mean, it's pretty incredible
Can replicate.
to win a regional, then a super regional. That's what you have to do to get to the College World Series. So
not discrediting it in any form or fashion.
So that's easily 6 games, just like basketball. You say, well, it's just 6 games. Well, be one of the top 64. You get 6 games, you're in.
Except on your basketball team, you can have one guy who absolutely carries you to a win one day when you need one, like a pitcher.
Yeah.
So there's
oh yeah. That's a good question.
There's analytics to baseball that allow you sometimes to get a freebie more than the other sports. Like you never get a free, and it's not free because you got the talented guy doing it. But one player in basketball or football can't guarantee you a win like it can in baseball sometimes.
Now's your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game in 20-plus communities in the best locations in Northeast Florida. We're talking about Dreamfinders Homes, everywhere you want to live. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for all your information. We'll have that up throughout the day. You can vote, and we'll.
I'll give you an interesting one, though. I'll give you an interesting dichotomy, and so maybe some of this comes to my, naivete of college baseball, or my not as big an interest. But if you're going to ask me Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, I'd say baseball's the hardest to win.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's because it's professional or because I go by. I guess it depends on where you are. If certain teams are so great, they make it. The Patriots made it look easy. The Yankees made it look easy in the 90s.
Yeah.
Basketball teams have made it look easy, have gone on dominant runs. I guess just got to get that right collection of talent, right?
Well, what wasn't easy was winning a U.S. Open or a major for Rory. It's, just unbelievable what happened down the stretch. It's mind-numbing. It really looked like it was his day. I mean, he rolls in a birdie on 1, goes on a little binge there around 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, where he gets 4 birdies in 5 holes. I mean, he's going to shoot that 67 and win the thing. And I don't like to say the word choke in sport with professional anybody, but that just seemed like a choke. And it's not even just the missed putts. It was shot after shot down the stretch. He just became a different player on 15, and he had those 2 par 3s. He bogeyed them. He bogeyed both of them on Saturday, and maybe that got in his head. But he hit it he hit a low bullet on 15 yesterday, so it skipped through and I thought, man, at best here you got to get a bogey. Just get your bogey and get out of here. You still got a 1-shot lead. And he was able to accomplish that. That was a tough shot because he rolled all the way back up against some junk. And then 16, 17, just one bad shot after another bad shot. 18, he went left, and he had, and then really got, frankly, lucky coming out of 18, where he just totally mishit the ball, and it didn't roll into the bunker.
Yeah, missed the bunker and gave him a chance to put it up there close for a tap-in.
Which he did, and then he didn't tap it in. Now, that putt was probably a little bit harder than people say.
No. Here's in a rapidly shrinking
It looked
brain.
like he babied it.
It's a bigger choke. The 18 putt's a bigger choke because the 16 choke, you at least are in it.
Yeah.
18 choke, if I miss this, I lose.
Yeah.
That is a putt that he makes 99 times out of 100, maybe 100 times out of 100. Total choke. You saw what he did, Dan. He timidly just tapped it like us hackers do. It's left center firm, bro.
Yeah.
Gosh, he's just got to be killing himself driving home over both of those. They're both terrible chokes. The first one's a choke. You've made 456 out of 456 from inside that distance.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else explains it other than an absolute stab and jab choke pull left. And I think what happens, he got to 18, and in his head was that stab jab pull that he had on 16, and he just like timidly if you look at that putt from behind, it looks like I'm watching one of my buddies as a 16 handicap.
Yeah, it was bad.
You could take a non-golfer to that putt, and within 10 putts, he'd be making every other one. It was not near as difficult. He just tapped, timid, faded his putt. It was terrible.
And it wasn't like DeChambeau was going out and winning it, but then it looked like he was falling apart on 18. But then they say that that's the toughest shot in golf.
Oh, it is. No,
50,
that's
60
it's
yard
the best shot he's ever hit in his
shot.
life. I don't think he was calling attention to himself, saying, "Wow, that up and down." In
I
fact,
think he said he would make it 5 out of 100 times.
Yes,
up and down.
The analytics from that spot, and again, I don't know who's throwing in the years of tracking the data. 1.7% chance of getting up and down.
Oof. Yeah, so he had a tremendous shot.
And his putt, by the way, was about twice as long as the one Rory just missed.
But he wasn't missing that.
No, of course he wasn't. Rory should have never missed it.
Nor should Rory have missed that, and he'll beat himself up forever. But that is just, again, to understand where Rory is and to understand this was his day. This was his tournament, and he had it. He had a 2-shot lead with 5 holes to go. A 2-shot lead with 5 holes to go. Now, 13 was a birdie hole yesterday. The boys just hit 3 wood, hit it 320 yards. You could hit it past the green and get a good bounce and then just pitch it up and in and get your birdie. But, man, oh, man. And Bryson helped him. I mean, Bryson missed a gimme putt, a short putt.
Yeah.
So,
and he gave it right back.
And the bottom line is this. If you want to just do the math, if Rory makes the 2 little tap-ins, he wins by 1 shot because he lost 2 strokes on it, and he lost by a stroke. So, just a devastating loss. But, you just gotta get over it. I hear all the criticisms and such, and, look, Roars, you got to meet the media. It's tough, I know. It's a mistake. I don't care, personally, whatever. But you got to do it because at some point you're going to face the music and they're going to ask you about it. But you're the face of golf.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this. It's a unique situation, and I'm usually pounding hard the other way.
Yeah.
I get that, and there could be certain players that I might be pounding hard this morning. But the difference to me in this and some of the others is you're not playing a team sport. You don't have a fan base to answer to, or an owner, or a GM, or a teammate.
No.
I'm getting the hell out of here. Y'all all watch. What do you think I'm feeling right now? What a choke. I'm embarrassed. I'm humiliated. I'm going to go putt.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'll see you at the next tournament. We'll all talk about it. But right now, it's just by the way, there are storms in life, Hick. This guy, Rory McIlroy, is in the storm of his life because he's not going home to a nice, casual, peaceful home. The guy filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. It's not exactly that. There's not some deep conversating going on back at the ranch. So I can't imagine.
Man, what a bummer. Well, I mean, listen, I didn't care who won. I had DeChambeau in some of my pools, so that was fine. But I found myself pulling for Rory.
I was pulling for DeChambeau, but again, that's the YouTube golf fan in me that kind of led to that. But I was okay with Rory. He was definitely my second. I didn't like seeing them both kind of gag it away.
Yeah.
Because the first gag came by DeChambeau. You're right. He missed a short one on 15.
Man. Yeah.
But then Rory gave it right back.
Back.
The 16 miss was just unbelievable. Just what a choke. Just a yank job to the left.
That was a tough one. So anyway, but it was I enjoyed I watched obviously a lot this weekend, recuperating and such, and I enjoyed Pinehurst a lot. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. It just depends. I thought it was great. I thought it's a great venue. I love the tests that they get. I guess to sum it up is, in terms of it being a difficult course, I would say this: the par putts are a lot longer on that course than they are on regular courses. The boys when they're birdie barrage and when they're shooting 65s and 66s on those par 72s, they're tapping in or pars all over the place. Here, you got to earn your par, man. You earn your par.
I appreciate a dude having to earn his par, and I appreciate difficult. I don't appreciate hitting darn near perfect shots that end up 50 yards away from the hole. It seems now the cream rose to the top.
Yeah.
Those were good, for the most part, good accomplished players at the top of the leaderboard that went back and forth. Most people could not hold up for the 4 rounds Rory and DeChambeau did. Well, at least Rory did until the last 5.
It's amazing, too.
Up 2 with 5 to go. And if you could have told me you're going to be up 2 with 5 to go and you're going to have 4 3-feet putts to say par coming in. He made 2 and missed 2.
It's amazing that when you look at the whole of the round, and this is what you have to do, I think, if you're Rory. Well, I shot a 69. It wasn't bad. You know what I mean? He shot a 69.
Can't find one. You're not going to find it. There's
the
no
guy had caught him
spot.
Within 9 holes.
He had a 2-shot lead.
Then he took a 2-shot lead with 5.
He lost in the worst way. Hick, I said this. Golf is a great game, man.
Yeah.
Golf is very equitable because of the handicap system. Everyone can play golf. You can play shorter tees. You can do, and I don't care what level of golf you play. You have a hierarchy of acceptable mistakes. So if you're trying to break 100, Dan, and you get to the last 3 holes. If you hit a drive and it just trickles a little too far right and it rolls behind a tree, you're disappointed. You should have put in the fairway, but you can deal with it. If you hit an iron and, I hit it a little too thin, it rolled over the back of the green, that stinks. You hit it in the bunker and you leave it in the bunker. You're not grinding on those when you leave the golf course. But I tell you this, if Dan had a chance to break 90 and you missed 2 3-feet putts on 16 and 18 to shoot 90, it's unacceptable. It would be the worst. It'd be the biggest gut punch. Same for them. It's not just that he choked and lost. It's the way that he did in the worst possible way. It's the biggest choke by a great player in golf history.
I said
because he did it twice. If it's only one, no. Tom Watson whiffed us an 18-incher to lose a major one year. It's happened, but he did it twice.
I said this watching too, and you could get this feeling. You had this feeling as you're watching the U.S. Open yesterday. It is either going to be the most redemption Sunday for Rory and the greatest day, and he's going to be just so happy, or it is going to be the lowest of the possible lows, and he chose the latter.
It was definitely thrill of victory, agony defeat.
There's nothing.
He gave. That's how you know it was a choke.
Yeah.
He gave it away. You could read it in his face. He knew it. I gave the tournament away. He at least gave away the opportunity to keep competing.
Yeah.
You know, he should. It probably, all things being equal, how those dudes were crumbling a bit or faltering a little bit down the stretch, probably the fairest thing would have been for the two of them to go to a playoff.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it, a 2-hole, did they say?
Yeah, it used to be 18. I liked it the old way, but yeah, it was going to be a 2-hole aggregate.
It used to come back on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they get 2 holes in yesterday.
Tiger beat Rocco on a Monday in 08.
That's the last U.S. Open playoff, by the way.
Okay.
Hard to believe.
That would have been something, though, if that happened.
There hadn't been a major playoff, I think, in like 7 years, they said.
Really?
Yeah. But for the U.S. Open, it was Tiger in 08. It's the last time we had a playoff in that. But I will say this. Fun tournament. Good tournament to watch.
Great tournament.
And I would, listen, given the option of what we saw at Valhalla and how easy it was, a pitch and putt, versus maybe some unfair bounces and rolls at Pinehurst, I'd take Pinehurst every time. But I'm not a huge fan of that venue. It didn't do a lot for me. I'd like the difficulty to come in a different way.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. It was good fun to watch and until the end. And but, man, DeChambeau, great win, second U.S. Open. So, welcome to the club.
30 years old, and you know, I said this earlier, Hick, I think there's some truth to this. Of all those guys that ran their mouth about growing the game, Bryson at least found a way to do it, and he said it from the get-go. He just not saying it now that he's won, but he said back when he took all that money that he'll take that money and take the freedom that it gives him to go out and produce content, do YouTube, and you know, it's a different demo, and I understand that most people that watch YouTube golf aren't in my demo, but I do, and I know how impactful he is in that medium, and it's very impactful. And the fact that he can make golf fun for the audience that you're introducing. I mean, here is a guy who just won the U.S. Open, and in the last 3 weeks, he's been playing funky YouTube matches with junior clubs and hickory shafts and, you know, things that don't exactly imply this, you know, staunch grind that you have to be a major champion. So, I mean, he certainly changed my mind about him from a likability standpoint. He's, like I said, he's still a bit odd and quirky, but not nearly what he was back in the day.
All right, let's get it rolling, man. We got a busy Monday. A lot of stuff going on this weekend that we haven't touched. We'll do it when we come back in the 10-minute drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Rhino Shield. Stop paying for exterior paint that doesn't protect your home or your business. Rhino Shield does just that. Their beautifully durable coatings never chip, crack, or peel, and they back it up with a 25-year warranty. You don't get the mold, the mildew, the algae. You don't get the water intrusion damage from nasty weather, hurricane force winds. It fights salt corrosion, has a Class A fire rating, yes. All while saving you in the end thousands compared to the cost of repainting over and over again. Right now, 0% financing. New low pricing up to 25% off. It's never been easier to paint your home with the Rhino Shield. Book your free estimate today at rhinoshieldjax.com. That's rhinoshieldjax.com.
Everybody
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy. And do it today.
June is Men's Health Month, so I just got a total body MRI scan. It was really simple, quite comfortable, and it only took about an hour. Total body MRI scans for abnormalities that may need attention soon. Be proactive with your health this month. Call Ackerman Cancer Center to learn more about total body MRI.
Oh, that big and broke the line. No worries. I'll just go to fish-hook-repair.com and get these hooked on fish again. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive fish hook apparel for Jacksonville's coolest anglers. Fishhookrepair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for fishing gear.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Leon Searcy, weekdays at noon on 1010XL.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O. If you want high quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. Waterboyjax.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Summer starts now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet with our summer sale. It's not sink or swim. We have vehicles for every budget and every need, starting as low as $79.99, and you won't get burnt. We offer 20-year 200,000-mile protection on new and 7-year 100,000-mile protection on used. Plus, we can really cool things off with our 30-day exchange policy. Start the summer off the way you deserve it with our summer sale at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, David here with Royal Pest Services. Men, are you struggling in the bedroom? Do spiders and roaches have you scared? Visit RoyalPestServices.com and let us help you get that man card back. Guaranteed results on our first visit.
If your AC won't turn on, just call Vons. That's Vons Heating and Air. Unlike others, there's no overtime or same-day upcharges at Vons. Just great service when you need it. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
All right, sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack he refers to as Razzle Dazzle. What are you dazzling them with today?
I got a $30 gift card to Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Showtime is the best place in town for sports memorabilia. Visit them online at ShowtimeSportsCardsOfJax.com.
Like it. Like it a lot. So you can do that at the end of the drill. We'll open that up and come kind, come courteous. Come correct, and you will be a winner. Mookie Betts, it's the worst thing in baseball, the worst kind of injury. I hate when a pitcher gets hit, or a batter gets hit with a pitch ball on the hand.
Or anywhere, because sometimes it's other body parts. But
get hit on that hand, and then they're gone for 6 weeks.
Sometimes it's the wrist. I've had some Braves guys get hit on that wrist. Same deal.
Yeah. So Mookie Betts last night, if you weren't watching, broke his left hand, hit by a pitch in the 7th inning. They say he doesn't need surgery, so I guess that's the good news. But if it's broken bone, Doc Murphy tells us broken bones take 6 weeks to heal.
Yeah.
Which does
probably about right.
Yeah. So we'll see him in August, basically. That's when we'll see him. Because then he has to go through some stuff. And
I fancy if there's anyone in Jacksonville that I could ask the question, did you watch any of the Olympic trials this weekend, it would be you. Are you aware of any of the...
I saw just a tad of the swimming because our friend Rowdy Gaines was still rocking and rolling.
And we've also got the locals that are still doing their thing, Dressel and Murphy.
Yeah. So I did see a little bit of it, but I didn't see much. I don't like, is it over?
Oh, I don't know. I have no
Do we
idea.
know who made it?
Are the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Simone Biles would be my first guess.
What I told you that was...
I bet she made it.
What I told you that was cool was that the pool was in Lucas Oil
Yeah,
Field.
that's why I was wondering if you asked.
Yeah.
If you watched. I mean, listen, it would be fun to get into, I guess. I don't know if it's promoted. I don't know what we missed because people really get into the Olympics and the American athletes and how they do against their world competition. And really often their best competition in the world for these gold medals come in the U.S. Olympic trials.
Well, I'll give you an example, and I won't bog down on it, but while I was watching, it was the men's 100 breast. And Rowdy Gaines.
Friend of the program.
Oh, yeah. Great guy. She's been calling how long? Forever?
He's Gator, right?
Auburn. Winter Park, Florida.
That's what it is, Florida kid.
He was lamenting how that there were going to be guys breaking a minute in the 100-meter breaststroke and weren't even going to get into the final 8 for the finals because they were down to 2 semis and they had 10 guys break a minute. 10 guys, and he was saying how that again.
Is that also happening in the world?
I don't know. That was his point of how tough it is.
So they could win. We could U.S. could win like the top 10 and that kind of stuff, or maybe 8 of the top 10 if it were.
I don't know if it's 8 of the top 10, but
there's only 3 medals.
The
so
depth is
you can't make the 8. Oh well.
Yeah, right.
But still, it does show.
A lot of people making the Olympic team is what
it's
all
amazing
about.
how just things, no matter how much the bar is raised from like world records and speeds or distances or. That athletes just keep getting better. I don't know if it's the training that we have or the nutrition or it's probably just maximizing the most out of your body. We probably never had more information to utilize to do that, but
and I guess I
mean, why do suddenly people swim and run faster than they did 40 years ago? Why?
I don't know. And then on the women's side, that Katie Ledecky.
Yeah, she's back again. It's like her 5th one, isn't it?
Yeah, so she's 4th or 5th. I don't know. She's been there forever. It seems like, and I think that she has the chance, if I heard right, to win the most medals of any female athlete ever, Olympic medals. So she has won 7 Olympic gold medals, 21 World Championship gold medals. So yeah, she has done pretty well.
The NBA Finals get extended to a Game 5 tonight. I'll be rooting for Dallas to win just so I can get another NBA game. I don't know. It's always so obvious when a team decides we're not going to try tonight.
Yeah.
It just couldn't be more obvious. So Boston's like, yeah, we're just going to lay down one here, take this easy, and we're going to go home and win it on our home floor.
Yeah.
And they probably will, particularly if they get Porzingis back. But for at least one night, Dallas got to remember why they were in the NBA Finals, and they just absolutely
It's kind of like the same thing with the hockey.
Yeah.
Edmonton peppered
real
Florida
similar.
with 8 goals, and they moved it back. Now, I feel like Edmonton's closer to Florida than I feel like Boston's going to win.
It's still always – and again, I'm not saying that Dallas wasn't capable of winning if Boston took them down to the final gun. Dallas is a good team. They're probably going to get a game. But it's always dangerous to put a team in just, keep them with life. It doesn't happen in the NBA. Like, literally, it's never happened. Zero.
ESPN's been running a lot of the 30 for 30 documentaries, and we were talking about the Magic one that ran yesterday. Well,
about the Shaq era Magic.
They also ran one on the 4 nights for the Red Sox when they came back and beat the Yankees.
Yeah, it happens very rarely in sports overall, but it's literally never happened in the NBA.
They were right, and it hadn't happened, I don't think, in baseball.
I don't think either. I think you're right.
So Boston and the Yankees, you remember, it broke the curse. Boston was getting pummeled. They were down 3-0, and Dave Roberts stole second base. They scored on a hit. Ortiz won Game 4 with a walk-off. Ortiz won Game 5 in extra innings. I mean, these were close games. It could have went the Yankees' way, but didn't. They have to go back to New York.
And then the pressure shifts.
Yeah, Schilling gets the bloody but the Sox are better loaded for the pitching for the 6 and 7, and Schilling pitches a masterpiece in Game 6.
Who is their
with
7th? Is it Wakefield?
I think wasn't it Pedro?
Pedro was still there?
I think it was.
Okay.
So anyway, Game 6, it's all Schill. And, that's the game where,
Are they back in Boston? I don't know who was the higher-seeded team.
No, they were in New York.
So they were
6 and 7. And they pummeled them in Game
what a
7.
choke.
I mean, just pummeled them. They hit the grand slam. I think Johnny Damon
Yeah,
hit
yeah,
one.
yeah.
A-Rod had to, knock the ball away and then tried to argue it. And it's just so bad that watching the Yankees unwind and the Red Sox come together and win it. But it was incredible. But, yeah. But really, Games 4 and 5, my point is, Games 4 and 5 are the ones that the Yankees
don't let them get
got.
Don't let it get to 3-2.
Right. So
in any series,
right.
you get nervous. You know that as the guy who's up 3-0, you get nervous. Now there's the pressure's almost back to equal.
Do I think either?
No,
I think Florida's going to win,
I do
and
too.
I think Boston's going to win. But
now you watch more hockey than I do. I have watched a little bit of this, or followed. Not gonna say watched. I think it's more likely that Dallas beats Boston than it is Edmonton beats Florida, and I feel like you'd be the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the games, Edmonton and Florida, were fairly competitive games, but Florida just has that little extra winning edge, and they'll probably try to do that tomorrow night. I think they play Game 5.
E.T., where are you on, or if anywhere, you may not be anywhere, on Angel Reese? Is her personality, do I dislike her because of my Caitlin Clark fandom, because of my allegiance there? Because I almost feel like this is being set up as and I think she's putting herself there to a degree, but a villain role. And I don't know if it's a maturity issue or a filter issue, but
it's like if she's going to embrace that villain role, just say it. If you don't like the girl, just say it.
Yeah,
because
right. That's right.
Like yesterday, that wasn't a special ritual. I mean,
she banged her in the head.
It was a basketball play, but it was a flagrant.
100%.
And what a flagrant entails is it wasn't intentional. So you were playing for the ball, but it was a hard foul. That was the right call.
Is she unlikable if you don't have a dog in the fight? I guess is my question.
She just need to just be quiet a little bit, man. Just tone it down.
Well, and telling everybody you're as good as Caitlin Clark when, okay, y'all played again yesterday. Caitlin had 23, 9, and 8. You had, 11, 13, and 5 or whatever. Those two girls that last week, we're talking about how it's not just Caitlin Clark, it's them. They combined for like 29 points, 18 rebounds and 9 assists, and Caitlin had 23, 8 and 8 on her own. So,
but she's playing a role in keeping WNBA relevant with what she's doing. So.
I mean, I got news for you. Let me tell you how many times I'll see Angel Reese play this year. Checks calendar. However many times she plays Clark. Right? And I that just happened to be on. And listen, that was a Sunday afternoon.
I did the same thing.
I stopped on it a little bit. Yeah.
I was on the couch and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
That's Caitlin and Angel. Let me tune in for a little bit.
Yeah. And the way she walks around after she hits that girl in the head like she didn't do anything, like that's okay. And Caitlin Clark just keeps taking the high road.
Well, I think the impression of Angel Reese, what they wanted, or I don't know who, but I think the thought is, they're the top 2 young stars coming in.
Angel Reese is not that good.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Angel Reese is a player. She's a good young.
But she plays in the lane, and no one's any good in there. That's the problem.
It doesn't. And then the other
3
thing
for 11 from the field yesterday, talking about
the other thing
the
with
reps.
Angel Reese that is annoying is, she'll play tough guy, and then she'll turn around and cry and say she's being victimized and sexualized, and then she'll wear next to nothing walking into the arena. I mean, it's just you can't have it both ways, kid. I mean,
I think there's some maturity.
Find your path and go. But my goodness gracious.
Hey, she could keep wearing that.
Yeah, well then don't say you're being sexualized.
She could keep that up.
I just wish they'd be, and I think Caitlin knows they don't. I don't care. Y'all can not like me all you want. She's just trying to play. It feels like she never responds.
The issue.
I'd like to see Caitlin hop up and go Larry Bird one time.
Well, the issue remains to me. Her teammates continue to not
defender.
Yeah, that's wild, too.
I don't know. Watching yesterday, it didn't feel like it as much. I don't know what the typical protocol is. Do these WNBA players fight? I don't know. I've never watched any games.
Fight, but don't you? Somebody's got to come push somebody.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they talk.
I tell you what I noticed yesterday, Ian, if you watch the same amount I did, is, man, you think the guys whine about the calls? Holy cow, man. The girls never do anything wrong. I mean, it just, I was just watching for Caitlin.
Yeah.
I admit it, though.
Anyway, 641-1010, come kind, come courteous, come correct. E, what are they going to win?
That $30 gift card to Showtime Sports, Cards, and Collectibles. Showtime is the best place in town for sports memorabilia. Visit them online at ShowtimeSportsCardsOfJax.com. Holla at me right now, 904-641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. We live Jacksonville. We love Jacksonville. We are Jacksonville. Where do we begin? 1010XL.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Hey, Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you want to sit on the sofa. I did that a lot this weekend. Recliners, watch a good game, unwind from the day, but sometimes TV time means food, drinking, a mess as well. That's why you got to have the boys from Zero Res in the truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res is offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning. That's 25% off a sectional, 25% off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A breakfast bar that's up to par.
That smells good. What is that?
Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Brought to you by Clearwater Irrigation and Art of Natural Stone. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two. This is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boat Cierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our returning champion, a basketball court sweat mopper from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Lewis Cramp.
Great to be back, Merv.
There's only one category left on the board, Lewis. People you can trust to repair your air conditioner. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Well, I'm pretty handy with tools around. Right, so my Uncle Steve used to fix transmissions, so maybe he could... Okay, sorry. I guess just call the guys at Bueller?
That's right, Lewis. The highly trained technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing have the tools and the experience to service any make and model of home air conditioner to make sure that you are cool.
You sure I can't just have a quick...
Yeah, we're done for today. Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And we're back.
It's good to be number one in something, and I see that we're number one in the worst, the Jaguars.
Oh.
Top 10 worst NFL head coaching hires of all time.
Okay. So Urban is number one, yeah. He made sure of that.
We had some pretty good candidates here.
He's the AG.
This one, I mean, there's
the A-grabber. That's my name for him.
Like, maybe the results were the worst of all time, but the actual hiring wasn't. It really wasn't, and I will defend Shad Khan on that one.
I agree with that.
Forever. Shad Khan wanted to hit a home run,
that's
and
fair.
he took a big swing, and he worked it for a while, and he convinced a guy, and the guy was into it and said all the right things, and Herbs is cool, like smooth on that stuff, so
here's what
feigned
happened.
interest or whatever, he got in, and
I think Urban probably had 6 or 8 of the 10 qualities that would have made him a successful NFL head coach, but the number one quality, the number one asset, the strength, the power that he had as a college head coach, he lost. And it turned out how important that was. And that was this militant dictator, my way, or, you're not going to bully NFL players. You're not going to talk to grown men like you can, mediate college players and younger athletes. And it didn't fly here. And it wasn't going to fly anywhere. You can't coach like that at this level. They're not kids. They're not listening to you.
Like, I'll tell you this. I have a bigger issue with the Jets hiring Adam Gase after his failed tenure in your division with the Dolphins and giving him another shot.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking? Like, why would I do that?
Well,
so he's number 10.
At
Adam
the end of the
Gase.
day, most hires are bad. They are. Most hires stink. Tell me a Jags hire that was good.
How about this one? Number 9, Freddie Kitchens. The Cleveland
1
Browns
year.
actually gave him the head coaching
A couple
job.
years ago, one and done. He's very forgettable.
He was a running back coach.
Very forgettable.
Then they got rid of their coach. They made him interim head coach.
Didn't they also like
let's
that?
make
that,
it full time.
that Pettin guy? Didn't they make him head coach at one point, or no? Was he never the head coach?
Pettin was a head coach.
I mean, that's another guy. He was coaching Bucks County High School like a week ago.
Here's another one. Number 8, terrible coach. I remember him because Gus challenged him. Richie Kotite.
Yeah, that was one.
Kotite.
That was like the consummate never listen to the players because the players love Richie Kotite and they would
New
never
York
fire
was
him.
4-28 under Kotite. Number 7. This is another bad one. Did not work. Matt Patricia.
Yeah, he's like,
and when they're bad,
it's like a dirty clothes hamper first. And when you introduce your guy and he looks like he pulled his clothes out of the hamper,
Yeah.
there's no professionalism to his opening press conference. Wrong guy.
When you're bad on the field, you don't even know the inner workings of the nonsense that's going on. Like, can you believe the coach did this? Oh, we got ourselves a winner. Yeah. Usually your organization knows pretty quick. Anyway, Matt Patricia at 7. Number 6, Joe Judge. Joe Judge didn't work. 10-23.
I mean, are we making these? Is this ranking based on how they did? Obviously, it can't be on what went into your decision because Gus Bradley has to be number 2 behind Urban Meyer. He has the worst record as a head coach in the history of the game.
Yeah, I don't think Gus will be in the top.
Yeah, see,
10.
then that's again, I don't know about the list. I think we're doing it. You got to just. I mean, the worst hires are the ones that do the worst once they get the job, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue all you want that this guy should have been a pick. Well, obviously, Gus Bradley should have never been given a head coaching job.
Here's another bad one. Number 5, I remember this well. David Shula. The
Sure.
Bengals thought, we're getting a Shula. They gave him a while. He was 19-52, his .268 winning percentage, 5th worst in league history. He was so bad he went from that to just, I'm going to be a steak restaurateur. Number 4, Hugh Jackson. He did some things, but Hugh Jackson, you want to talk about bad records. 1-31, Hugh Jackson, in his first 2 years with Cleveland. And then he went 2-5-1 in his third year. They kept him after 1-31. Number 3, 13 games career. You remember him well. Bobby Petrino. Guys, I'm leaving. Thanks for everything.
David Shula, this is minimum 50 games as a head coach.
Yeah.
David Shula is the 5th worst record of all time with a .268 winning percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh Jackson, the 2nd worst winning percentage of all time, .205.
Yeah.
And by the way, another guy who absolutely, undeniably, and it's the list becomes irrelevant, Gus Bradley, doggone sure, should be on the top 5 worst head coaches of all time. He's got the 4th worst winning percentage in the history of the NFL. With 62 games, he went 14-48, .226. I like Gus.
I don't know why you have to hammer.
I just want to, because I'm not hammering
Gus alone.
I'm hammering the Jaguars organization.
Leave Gus alone. Number 2 is a fair one.
Leave Gus Bradley alone.
Number 2 is obviously a fair one. You knew after the first game this guy was not a good hire. When he looked out there across that field, wide-eyed, he didn't know what to do, what to call. Should I call a timeout? Should I not call a timeout? I'm confused. I'm perplexed. I froze. Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett was an abject disaster. He didn't even make it a year. 4-11. You gone. It's one that will.
Did you say Steve Spagnuolo on there anywhere?
No.
Spags has the 3rd worst. 52 games as a head coach. He went 11-41, .212 winning percentage.
Heck of a coordinator, though.
Yeah.
Lots of Super
Bowl rings. Same with Gus Bradley.
Yeah.
Good coordinator. No Super Bowl ring, but good coordinator.
Hackett committed one of the
or
most
maybe he does with
egregious
Seattle.
Game management mistakes in recent memory on opening night of 2022.
Yeah,
Wound down the clock before allowing kicker Brandon McManus to attempt what would have been a game-winning 64-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Boy, that was bad. Oof. And then number 1, Herbs. Here's what he says about Urban Meyer. Been out of coaching for 3 years, 0 NFL experience. Jaguars hired him. 3-time NCAA champion. His college accomplishments couldn't prevent him from posting the worst coaching tenure in NFL history. Difficult to know where to begin with Meyer. 2 of 13. He was 2-11. From the Chris Doyle hire to his strength staff, signing Tebow to play tight end. Meyer staying behind in Ohio, dancing at the bar, called his staff losers, kicking Josh Lambo. All these things are it's just wasn't a good run. Wasn't a good tenure with Herbs, for sure. I was looking at that and I saw that. I said, oh, the worst coaches ever. Huh? And there they are. Urban Meyer. How do you rank the Jaguar coaches to this day?
From 1 to worst?
Yeah.
1 is Tom. 2 is Doug.
Okay.
3 is Jack.
Okay.
4 is Marone.
Oh. Okay.
5 is who what have I got? Is that all I have left? Yeah, that's all I have left is Gus and Urban.
Oh, you got other guys.
Gus, well, what? The Bevels and the
Nathaniels.
The who's?
Nathaniels.
Mike Mularkey.
Mularkey out of year. He's definitely down there. I'd put Mularkey 3rd worst.
Third worst?
Yeah. I know he had, 1, 2 wins maybe, but dang, Gus gave us 2 5 years in a row, basically, on pace for it.
Coughlin, Del Rio, Tucker, Malarkey.
Yeah, you got Tucker and Bevel are just,
Yeah, they don't really
inroads.
count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malarkey's the forgettable one because he was a one and done.
Yeah.
And if I'm Malarkey, I'm not a big fan of the Jags either, I guess.
Well,
that's
they didn't
fair.
really give him a fair
Yeah, they didn't give him a shot at all. He came in to hold it while they did the ownership change, and then Gene gone, Gus in, Dave Campbell in.
You put Peterson ahead of
Caldwell.
Del Rio pretty quick.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Did Jack go back-to-back? Did he ever have back-to-back?
507.
No. Did he have – can I finish?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have back-to-back winning seasons above 500?
Probably not.
No. I mean, he had 8-8. He probably had a winning season and an 8-8 a couple
Jack
times.
was about 500 when he
Yeah.
left, and Peterson is 18-16.
Yeah, I think Jack was, 7 years?
Jack had 3 through 11.
So 8 years? I would say that if Peterson is here for 8 years, he'll eclipse Jack and all.
He better.
And he
He better.
Well, if he's here 8 years, he will.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's here that long.
Dang, Jack was here for 8 years?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go Peterson over Jack, even though Jack has that longer time. It was just, I mean, look, outside of Coughlin's, no one's been better than just mediocre, a little better than mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, I will say this, that, Jack had a couple teams where if the quarterback were in a little better spot, and I don't mean to take anything away from David Garrard. He had a Pro Bowl year, and he was a good player here. In fact, he was, maybe the reason they beat Pittsburgh. So maybe it's the receiver. I don't know. The offense was lacking in the pass game. The weapons.
Mm-hmm.
After Jimmy was gone, I'm thinking more of that the 2007 team that almost beat the Patriots, or that played the Patriots pretty tough in the playoffs. The team that won at Pittsburgh twice that year.
Fair enough. Yeah, they were pretty. 05 and 07 were good teams. Couldn't get over the New England hump, which happens. All right, 8 o'clock. We're rocking and rolling here on The Drill. It's Monday. Lots going on in the sports world.
A college football pop quiz, and a question for you boys about Deion Sanders in Colorado and expectations and reality.
Coach Prime.
Yeah, all that and more when we return. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. And as we head off there to the break land, listen, I want to tell you guys, take a minute and talk to you men about your health, staying on top of it, feeling better, both preventative and from finding cures. It's time to talk about what's been bothering you and how one call can put you on the path to feeling better. And that call goes to my guy, Doc Paul Bousset at Integra Concierge Medicine. Everything from crippling allergies, low sex drive, chronic fatigue. Find the cause, get your hormones in balance, and feel better soon. Now, look, with Doc Bousset, you're getting a board-certified family physician. He's my personal doctor, but you get so much more. He has the keys to unlock your good health, and with personalized care, hassle-free, on-time appointments, it's a doctor on demand. When I call Doc Bousset and I set a 10 o'clock appointment, I'm already in the system. I show up at 10 o'clock, we meet, we talk. By 11, we're done. You get a plan, you move forward with it, and I am telling you, there are things that you've given up on that you shouldn't have. Been sold a bag of goods in a lot of different areas. So the good old days don't have to be gone. Call my trusted friend, Doc Bousset, a board-certified family physician who's using these bioidentical hormones to change men's lives. Set up your free consultation, your free first appointment today at Integra Concierge Medicine.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
You have heard about the 1010XL YouTube channel. Now check out our team-specific channels, 1010XL Jaguars, 1010XL Gators, and 1010XL Seminoles, bringing up specific, up-to-the-minute video coverage of your favorite local team. And find us on YouTube today.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Now, some dealers charge more than sticker, but not Nimnick Buick GMC. They never charge above MSRP. The Nimnick family of dealerships have been serving Northeast Florida for over 81 years, and they're committed to giving back. Search Nimnick Cares on YouTube to learn about how Nimnick gives back to this great community. There's a reason I've been buying cars from Nimnick for years, because they've been doing business the right way. So stop by Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com. No one cares more about their customers before and after the sale, and nobody knows that better than me. That's why I always buy from Nimnick. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business, since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Is your old AC trying to keep up with the Florida heat?
At JTM Comfort Services, they understand the importance of a reliable AC system. That's why they offer financing on qualified repairs and replacements. Don't suffer through another scorching summer. Upgrade now to a new, energy-efficient system. Visit jtmcooling.com to learn more and schedule your consultation. Veteran and family owned.
Your comfort is our name. Call my dad to keep you in the game.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, we all think, kind of like this, I think. We pay lots of money monthly. Sometimes we add up those numbers in our head, and something happens and we need you immediately. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprosky do. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. If something happens and you need the Kaproskys, you call them, they answer, and they jump on the case immediately. If they can't, they'll call you right back. It's called customer service. And it's something the Kaproskys don't take lightly. You don't have to leave them messages over and over again, whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business. The Kaproskys will be there for you at your time of need. How do I know? Because I can speak personally from this. They've helped me. They've helped my daughter. They've helped my son numerous times. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Break free from the old school hassle at All Pro Roofing. They've revolutionized the game. And guess what? No more pressure, hassle, or time meeting with someone face to face for a roof quote. Unlock the power of an instant roof quote right from the comfort of your home. Get the information you need when you need it. Explore your roofing options today. Head over to allproroofingllc.com. Hit that instant roof quote tab for a free instant roof quote. allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. You've heard us talk about it. Window World, the #1 window replacement company in the USA, selling over 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years.
That's a lot of satisfied customers, and why J.D. Powers has awarded Window World Best in Customer Satisfaction 3 out of 4 years.
Window World stands behind their slogan, simply the best for less. With Window World, you get top quality windows at a price that leaves more of your money in your bank account, and you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement industry. When compared to our competition, there is none. See for yourself. Call the competition. Get quotes from them. But before you buy, get Window World's free estimate and compare the quality of the windows and the price.
You'll see.
And when your new Window World windows are installed and they're saving you money on your energy bills, if anything goes wrong with those windows, Window World and I will be there to make it right. That's my guarantee.
Call Window World today. Start saving money on your new windows and your energy bills, and take vacation with your savings. Window World, online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Many of Trevor Lawrence's Jag teammates took to social media to comment on the QB's new deal, including defensive lineman Trayvon Walker.
Right, I see those guys come in early. I see them leaving late. All the hard work we just see is paying off in the end.
Behind a pair of home runs and 7 innings of strong pitching, number 8 Florida State beat number 12 Virginia Sunday afternoon. Seminoles will now face the loser of the Tennessee and North Carolina contests in another elimination game tomorrow at 2 p.m. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp shut out the Indianapolis Indians to get a win and split the 6-game series. Next up is Memphis. In Major League Baseball play, the Rays got the victory over the Atlanta Braves, and the Marlins lost to the Washington Nationals. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:09, it's 80 degrees. Time and temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I was thinking about your poll question. I don't think there's a right answer or a wrong answer. They're all hard. Depends on the years and who the dominant team is and who you got to beat, but want to repeat what the actual choices were again?
Yeah, it's our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. The toughest team title to win in college sports, baseball, football, basketball, or other, is real simple. Right now, let's see. Got over 500 votes. Football leads away 40.4, baseball 34.6, basketball 22.1, and other 2.9.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a tough. I mean, you can draw scenarios where you sit there and you are – I think the reason it got me thinking was watching those first round of the College World Series baseball games where a play here, a play there, and you win the game and don't lose the game. I mean, it was all right there for any of the teams that lost. FSU, obviously, with a 11-8, 11-7 lead going to the ninth inning.
They got robbed
Kentucky
on a
walk-off
strike, called a check swing, a terrible call. That game should have been over. FSU should have won.
Yeah,
but they didn't. I think there's also a variety of different. How do you look at it? Like some of those sports, you can't win if your weakest link isn't good enough. Others you can win if you have one dominant player, like a baseball pitcher, or if you're trying to win the team golf and one of your dudes shoots an 80. What are you going to do, right? So you can be. One player can more impact the overall outcome than, say, a football player who misses an assignment. But I guess I'm going to kind of end up being all of the above because that seems to be the general response. Like if you look at 10 responses, there's 3 different.
Right.
There's 3 sets of 3 and then one other, just like that says. And in truth, maybe the others are the hardest. We just don't pay maybe quite as much attention to them. Did you have a good Father's Day? I mean, other than the recuperation process?
Yeah, it's fine.
I've been a little lacking. I know you weren't here as we headed into the holiday, but I know that you're not afraid to put the big hick and lean on, again, another round of incredible presents and gifts, but with your birthday having been so soon and you getting hooked up there.
I put out my request, and the children delivered as always.
Exactly what you wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's great.
The high dollar amount. I won't even ask what it is. Give me $1. What did you, require out of them this go-around to show their love?
Combined?
Yeah.
Probably about $250 to
nice.
$300.
Hit them hard.
Yeah. No, that wasn't hard.
Oh.
That wasn't hard
That's
at
nothing.
all. No, that's nothing.
Boy got him a $50,000 job, does he? I didn't know about.
Well, that still comes out of my pocket. But,
yeah, no, that's true, see.
But he still has to go and purchase said gifts.
Okay.
And I'm just taking it.
So you got everything you wanted and you're good to go.
I'm fine.
Nice.
It was nice, nice day.
Perfect. I got all kinds of stuff this year.
Okay, well, there you go.
I mean, I don't know what's happening. If Mrs. P went sneaking around behind my back with that Catlin truck accessories, and she got like those, I don't even know what they're called, but those like that step rail on the side of your truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't have on the initial. So just another job well done by the boys over at Catlin Truck Accessories. So she did that. The family, they all kicked in. We've done this home renovation project, so to speak, but we got the floors from Lifetime, and we got some new couches, and it's just time, right? And so they went together and got me a nice big new recliner.
Yeah, there
I
you
need
go.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
I got some little golf,
You made out better than me.
golf assortments and accoutrements from the boys. So yeah, life was good. Had a good day. Harry, Nance came over, had the grandkid over, just doing our thing.
Well, good.
Yeah. Now, E, are you a razor or electric shaver?
Neither. I just go to the barber shop, let the barber.
That's the only time you shave is when you get a haircut?
The only time.
That's the only time so you don't have to worry about a neck beard growing, any of that stuff. No, nothing.
Nope.
Wow, you're lucky.
Well, I mean, I go every week, once a week. So.
I got you. Hick, what about you? You're a razor, right? Are you still dry skin razor dude, or do you now?
Dry skin. No, I don't. I very rarely use shaving cream.
Isn't that amazing?
Very rarely.
Yeah, this has been going on forever.
After a shower, skin's nice and soft, rip right through it, and I'm done.
I tell you what, I have become. I'm a razor shaver myself. So you're a mirror shaver or a shower shaver?
Mirror.
I'm a shower shaver. I've become a shower shaver through the years. I've just gravitated over to that. But what I've learned now is I'm a really, really sloppy shaver. Like, I'm noticing now that every time I get a shave and I get out and I take a quick look and everything's fine, and then I get to work and I go to turn and I've always got some little patch of tuft of hair I've missed somewhere, like some big hairy mole up underneath my chin or something.
That'll happen.
So I've identified today's miss, and there's like a little tuft up underneath here that I've missed, and it's probably more annoying than it is obvious, but
what I generally
thought I'd share. I've become a sloppy shave. I need to now, measure twice, cut once, I guess. I need to make sure what I'm doing.
It's kind of a simple process for me. After I finish, I throw some water on my face, towel it off, and then I feel, and then I go, oh, I missed a spot, and I go,
yeah. Well, again, when you're not even using any dadgum shaving cream to begin with.
Yeah. No need.
Nah.
Oh, it got me like that once at boot camp and never again.
Saved lots of money without using shaving cream through the years, by the way.
I bet. I can do it with. I've gotten where I can. I will do your. I've been inspired by you because I've seen you do this for years since we would put on makeup together in TV days. I've seen you do this. So there are times when I get stuck where I can do it, but I've got to be right out of the shower and I can't have anything more than like a day growth.
Okay.
And you know me, I love these new society rules where you can just kind of do a shave line here and you're good not shaving for like a week. It's like the trendy thing now to carry like a half scraggly beard. That used to like get you denied job interviews back in the day, Hick.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Different world.
Maybe the first year Tom Coughlin did not comment on the scraggly shave. He's finally just had to come to grips with that's how the kids are going to wear them today.
Yeah, I guess so.
One other thing that was not lost on me from this U.S. Open is the emphatic, door slamming shut on Tiger. These guys are just too young and too good. There was no one, there's just, he can't. Just can't do it, dude. Like, there's just, when Jack won, there just wasn't this just onslaught of guys. He's just, I don't think
it would take. I don't think it can happen at all. But you would need a perfect storm of, I don't know. Like, Tom Watson had a chance at a British Open, so you can never say never. I mean,
but I guess my point would be who is the field there when Tom Watson, right? Yeah. Who was like golfer rank 150 now is more capable of beating a top player than golfer number 30 was back in the day. Just so wide and varied. I mean, come on, man. And then between this group of 12 to 15 really good golfers, usually one or two of them are going to play like they're as good as anyone in the world. Like Schauffele did to win his PGA, and like, Bryson did to win his U.S. Open, like Koepka did a year ago to win his PGA.
Yeah.
And it's that group seems a lot sturdier than one that will allow Tiger to piece it together. And he's just an old, tired golfer. He's old enough to be some of these cats' dad. I mean, Tiger's about to be 49. Bryson's 30. When? At what point is he going to be able to beat him or whoever's coming behind him? I mean, will Tiger ever beat Miles Russell in a major if they're in the same field together?
All right, so Stuart Sink won. He beat Tom Watson, Chris Wood, Lee Westwood, Luke Donald, Retief Goosen, Matthew Guggen. Soren Hansen, Ernie Els, Justin Leonard.
See, that's not very good.
Justin Rose was in there back then. Boo Weekley, Villegas, Stenson, Davis Love, Nick Watney, Calcavecchia, Keimer, Graham McDowell, Jim Furyk, Sergio, VJ. There's a lot of good golfers. They just didn't have a good week.
Yeah.
So Rory played in that one. He was +8.
Yeah. Man, that video of Rory in that first U.S. Open, how young he looked. You forget. He looked like a 10-year-old, man.
Little kid. Gosh, he can really drive a golf ball, though, can he? Oof. Man, can he drive a golf ball. Just can't putt. Oof. Just can't putt. All right, what's your pop quiz?
E.T. pop quiz music, please. I need it's a tie for 5th. I have in front of me the updated Heisman Trophy odds.
Oh, I like it.
I'll give you one hint.
Mm-hmm.
There's a tie for 5th, so this is going to go 6 deep. They're all quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And this is the only, this is more of a reminder than it is a surprise.
Yeah. I would say Carson Beck is definitely up there.
Carson Beck's number 1, 7.5 to 1.
I would say the Texas kid is up there. Ewers.
Quinn Ewers is 9 to 1, the second favorite.
I might take top 5.
Yeah. Well, there's actually 6 total. I predict that you will get 5 of the 6. And
Dion's kid up there?
Is that a question? Because if it's a question, if it's an answer, then the game ends. If it's a question, I can continue.
Just a question.
Yeah, it's just a question. No, he's not.
I
would have thought he would have been.
Yeah. I would say...
got a couple of transfers. One into the... both in the Big Ten.
I would say... I think that, he's been around a long time. I'll roll with Gabriel. Oregon.
Gabriel at Oregon, a transfer from where? USC?
Oklahoma.
No, Oklahoma, yeah. He's 10 to 1. And there is another Big 12 or Big 10 transfer who's 13 to 1. He's also a transfer.
Big 12?
Big 10.
Big 10.
Into the Big 10 from
Nobody
the Big 12.
Michigan, nobody at Ohio State.
You sure?
Yeah. Quarterback?
Sure? Yeah.
Yeah. Ohio State's quarterback? Oh, the Howard kid?
Yeah. 13 to 1. Will Howard. Then 2 guys are tied at 15 to 1. One of them makes sense. The other is takes an awful lot of prognostication and
give me confidence.
Looking into the future. SEC, both.
Oh, SEC quarterbacks. Lane Kiffin's guy, Dart.
The game ends. Dart would have been next. Oh, I'm sorry. He actually is the same 15 to 1. I miscounted. Let me make sure I don't have 115 to 1s here. No, that's it. SEC quarterbacks abound because Garrett Nussmeier is 18 to 1. So you can either bet $100 on Garrett Nussmeier to win the Heisman, or you can crumple your $100 bill into a little piece of trash, set it on fire, and burn it. Because I don't know who's winning the Heisman, but I damn sure know who's not winning the Heisman. And Garrett Nussmeier is not winning the Heisman.
All right.
I can make a naked pledge on that one.
Oh.
I will walk to the Heisman ceremony and hand him that crisp $100 bill naked if Garrett Nussmeier wins the Heisman.
I would say probably Milroe would be the other guy.
Milroe, and then you're missing ones. It's another SEC guy. And this is the guy who doesn't belong here. I don't see how he is. It means it takes a wild amount of belief.
Is it the A&M kid?
No, it's Nico Iamaleava. Come on, man.
Got to see a little more from that.
Yeah, first-time freshman starter, took over for Joe Milton in the Citrus Bowl. He had a good game, but, already the fifth Heisman favorite.
That's pretty good.
All right, here's what I was getting at with Dion, and what if Dion goes 4-8 this year?
What do you mean? What if?
He'd have back-to-back 4-8. Is he? No, forget leave. Is he employable? Is Dion just all sizzle, no steak here? He's run off his entire team, of course, telling you along with his son and his mouthpiece that nothing to see here. But when you run off 12 starters, and the stories of discontent just continue to grow. Did you see the story about the concert?
Yeah.
So according to Colorado football players,
now, Dion denied it, but yeah.
Yeah, he denied
it. In an interview with Athlon Sports, Dion asked members of the team to attend a Lil Wayne concert during the weekend of the spring game in support of his son, quarterback Shedeur Sanders, who was making his rapper debut as one of the opening acts. According to this, it created division within the team. It was clear there'd be consequences for players who didn't meet the request. The Wayne concert was the final straw for a few players who hit the portal, source said. When Coach Prime told us we all had to be there to support Shedeur as a rapper, they were not happy at all. To be honest, it was nothing but a huge distraction, and daddy ball was being played. So more than 36 Colorado players left the program.
Yeah.
Historic, expected, and a risky move. Reaction opinions widespread. Meanwhile, Dion and his 2 kids just, continue to push forward with nothing to see here. Here's the problem that's starting to, or at least the reality of a question about Dion going into this year. This is from The Ringer. It's like an empty swag burger. Like a swag burger with no meat, no cheese, nothing on that, no protein, just all condiments. You dress it up, but there's nothing in the middle of it. It's getting to the point right now where it's a little embarrassing. If they limp into another 4-8 season, it's going to be embarrassing in a big way. Dion, not concerned about the transfer portal exodus.
Yeah.
I need to get support from both of the sons on his team, which we've talked about.
Yeah.
And Dion went after a kid recently, right? It's just a poor look, man. It looks like they're kind of unraveling. Dion is acting like a guy who's like been coaching for 3 years and it's gone 11-1, 11-1, 12-0.
I'll say this: the schedule is conducive to a successful year.
For Colorado, yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
North Dakota State, which I don't know how good they are, but that's a testy little game. At Nebraska, at Colorado. If you're any good, at Nebraska, at Colorado State, Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah is a tough one, but you get them at home. At Kansas, Oklahoma State. You're not shaking in your boots, though. I mean, come on. You know, that's not a, oh, my gosh, schedule. That's a schedule that you ought to be able to go 9-3 with, you know, and he'll be under some pressure to do that. If he doesn't do well, it would be fair if he reversed and went 4-8. All right, we're just rocking and rolling. We'll try to catch up with Freddie T when we return. Right?
I believe we'll be successful in corralling the Jaguars, the pride of the Jaguars, in fact, Fred Taylor. That and more as we motor along on the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorcemenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
What are you doing? You touched that switch and... Which one, this?
1010.
More power.
1010XL.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-902-8222. 904-902-8222. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-902-8222.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vaughn's Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vaughn's 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vaughn's. That's Vaughn's Heating and Air.
Save money while beautifying your home with Renewal by Andersen, with energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Their exclusive Fibrex product is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. But restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Cataracts are the leading cause of vision loss in the United States and blindness worldwide. Hicken here for Bowdnine Associates. June is Cataract Awareness Month. Cataracts are a condition that causes the eye's lens to become cloudy, which can block or change the way light passes through the eye. Bowdnine is here to take care of you or someone you know who are experiencing faded colors, intensified brightness to light, or poor night vision. Call or visit Bowdnine.com to schedule your consultation. Bowdnine Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss Premier League clubs, Wolves and West Ham in Jacksonville for the Stateside Cup, July 27th at Everbank Stadium. Tickets as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa and recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. But sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man, you spell it forwards, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, it's the right way to clean. I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. WaterboyJAX.com.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation, 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Hey, gang, I couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's what I mean. That's how they treat you when you visit that beautiful showroom off of Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help, just smiles, just having a good time. And whether you want a car, a truck, an SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. You know me, I got my boy Blue, that beautiful blue Silverado. I couldn't be any happier. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, that's okay. MooreChevy.com. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you can try. All the vehicles, you'll see them right there. Sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. See what I did there? George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
When persistent plumbing problems leave you feeling flushed, don't panic. Call Roland Reich. They quote all pricing in advance, so your only surprise is how quickly they'll solve your issue. Roland Reich Plumbing, plumbingjacksonville.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and B&B Fuel and Lubricants on 1010XL.
Always trying to catch Freddie T. We just can't catch him.
Hard to catch?
Can't catch him. But we got him this morning. Catch up with him right now is what we're going to do.
All right.
Morning, Fred.
Hey, morning, fellas.
Hey, Fred.
Happy Monday.
Thank you. You too, my friend. Fred, when you were looking at, like, your stats from a year, did you, what was more important to you? And for you, you may be a bad example because you were so doggone consistent in both of the categories, but is your total yards, would that give you more value, or is it your yards per carry? And I say this because, it's kind of a, I don't want to say it's like been untold. We know how much the running game suffered a year ago. I think we've, tended to put a lot of it on the offensive line, the no continuity and a bunch of other reasons. But they went from averaging 4.7 a carry in 2022 to 3.6 a carry last year. That's significant, right? From top 15 to bottom 2 or 3, I think they were like next to last in the league. So which of those numbers are more important, the bulk of yards that you get or the per carry average with which you're being able to execute?
I think it's all relative, and it can be a bit skewed depending on the game situation. Mm-hmm. I think that the first and foremost, you want to just be able to make sure you're executing at a high rate and moving the ball. We get so caught up in these statistics that you can really miss the big picture. Execution is obviously the big piece. And, for example, if I'm in on short yardage and goal line, then my average per carry goes down, because a lot of times that's 3rd and 1. But let me say this: I've had some situations where I was in short yardage earlier in my career. Let's say if it's 3rd and 1, I could take it 40-50 if the defense messes up or something like that, or even 4th down. Same thing with goal line, but goal line usually knocks down your average per carry. It cuts it right in half, because we're talking about from the 2 or 3 yard line, sometimes the 1 yard line. And then if you're averaging, 10 carries, 5 yards a carry, 50 yards, you take one from the 1, then that changes your average.
Yeah.
Now you're under 5 per. So you have to look at it that way. But if you score, you're executing, then you're pushing the team forward. The only stat that I really looked at was coming in as a rookie. They said, well, no running back has rushed for 1,000 yards. Okay, boom, that's my goal. And then the next year, outdo the previous year and outdo that year and try to be in the top, 3, 4, 5 guys in the NFL rushing. And I would just run naturally. At the end of the game, no matter what my statistics were, I rated my game based on how I felt, if I helped the team. Stats really, 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 like at the very end of the day, stats didn't ultimately matter to me. I think if they had, and I put them at the forefront, I would have probably been in the Hall of Fame by now. If it mattered. I mean, I would have argued with Coach Coughlin not to take me out the game.
Right.
I would have argued with Jack Del Rio not to take me out the game, not to take me off short yardage. But in hindsight, I have this beautiful career average per carry.
Yeah.
Because of some of those things didn't happen.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, I mean, statistically, as a unit, you do want to be effective in the run game, but effective. When I say effective, I mean making sure you're keeping the chains moving. Whether that's if you executing at a 2-3 yard per carry average, but you're making all of the 3rd down conversions into 1st down, and then allow your team an opportunity to continue a drive. So it can all get a bit skewed. But I was up late last night on X, on Twitter, and this guy, Ryan Mitchell, he's a contributing writer for the Hall of Fame. And this is the first time I ever heard this. He goes, Fred Taylor averaged 102 yards from scrimmage over 127 game stretch from 1998 to 2007, which is a decade. He said, that's right, not a typo. It's 102 yards per game from scrimmage for an entire decade. That would be 1,737 yards per season at 17 games. To be able to do that again and again and again,
yeah.
Multiply that by 10, he say, that's crazy. I don't understand why the guy's not in the Hall of Fame. But, I never really paid attention to statistics at the end of the day.
Sure. Hey, I want to talk numbers with you. I was looking back in 2003. I want you to tell me if this was contentious or not. I don't remember it being that way. You signed a 4-year contract extension worth at least $16.8 million, signing bonus of $8 million. You were 27. You were coming off a great year. You were in that's prime time for running backs. Do you take me back to that time and then how it kind of relates to what we just saw with Trevor and the deal that he just received? But your deal first, I guess Rosenhaus was your agent at that time, I believe.
Yeah.
And and so
that's about what they make now. They're hardly going up.
Yeah, and hey, there hadn't been a whole lot of inflation in the running back position. I just going back, I guess, to that deal, which was my second deal in Jacksonville. I actually started to get some traction where I didn't have any injuries, but also in the back of my mind, I knew I had, gone through some stuff here. I am a, little kid who grew up poor, had an opportunity to still change my family's dynamics.
Right.
And I've never been greedy. I've always had to share my entire life, having grown up with 5 siblings in a 2 bedroom under my grandmother's watch. So, it was a time where I had already had some injuries. The money was decent. It was more money than I'd ever had. I can look around the league and say I wasn't far off, having signed an I actually had more years left on my deal, or I could have played out a year and became a free agent. So I said, a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. Why go chase something? I got here to Jacksonville. My family's here. They're close. They can still see me play. If I go anywhere else, it could have been a bigger market team, but then now I got to potentially factor in taxes and all of that other stuff. So when we sat down to do the deal, at that particular time, I didn't want to risk anything having gone through injuries. I didn't want to come back that next year and try to play out a year, get banged up, and now the market's changed.
Right.
So it was a good market. It was a good time to sign. Plus, again, I like to operate sometimes when it's positive for me. I look back and I say, you know what? That was a blessing in disguise. Because if these extensions don't happen and I go and chase the money, then I don't chase legacy. Eventually, not chasing the money turned into legacy. My family, for generations, they'll have an opportunity to go in the stadium, wherever the Jaguars are, wherever the stadium is, and they'll be able to look at the Ring of Honor and see, my name in that stadium forever. I'm talking about forever. Not one generation, not 2, not 3, but the Taylor bloodline will be able to go to a Jaguars game for the eternity of the world and see my name right there in the stadium. And that's legacy. So, again, in hindsight, it's a blessing in disguise that I didn't go to another team. Well, aside from the end, I didn't have any say in that. I tried to stay in Jacksonville. I begged them to let me stay, but that's another story. But yeah, signing that deal actually was a good thing to happen, and I'm glad it happened.
So now Trevor signs this monster deal. What's the reaction in the locker room amongst the guys?
Well, they're excited for Trevor. They're definitely excited for Trevor. Now they want to go and win. At the very end of the day, I believe Trevor is 20-30 overall as a record. He sometimes when you come in with a big around your name, just you can play average, and when it's this time, they're saying, okay, well, we still have potential. You look at what he did a year before last year. You say, okay, this kid, he had something. The team played well. We had an opportunity. He did have some adversity, but we did have an opportunity to show his potential. Then a year ago, not so much because the injuries, the in and out, and he showed a lot of grit and determination, still trying to be out there, still trying to be a leader. The results weren't amazing, but the heart, the influence, the leadership, all of that was there. Those are intangibles. And then now it's time to say, okay, we could not sign him and let him play through it, or we can sign him and give him some motivation. So I think the players are happy for him. You have people around the league that are saying, oh, wow, Jacksonville blew it, or they pulled the trigger prematurely, or, looking at his stats, he doesn't warrant that contract. They said it about Kirk Cousins. I mean, he has to go out there and play.
Right.
Now he just has to go out there and play. He doesn't have to think about money for forever. That's the least of his thoughts right now going forward until he retires. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm glad to see Trevor is there. He can focus on his game. Hopefully we'll see that big leap that we're waiting to see, like some of these top guys, these top 5 guys, and go from there. But, man, he needs the entire Brinks truck. He needs every Brinks truck that they have.
Yeah.
It's the world of the NFL now and the quarterbacks, huh? It's
in
just
sports,
amazing.
in sports in general, these guys are. I mean, Jalen Brown's making what, 60 a year.
Yeah.
You know, with the finals resuming tonight, it's a good time to be a pro
But if
athlete.
you even look at it, guys, if you look at the deal that the NBA is finalizing with the network, that's north of 11 years. What is it, 70?
Yeah, well, the NBA players are so lucky because they have the worldwide audience, which makes their TV deals just as big as the NFL, only they don't have that 60-man roster. There's 15
They
of
don't
them.
have the big roster.
Yeah.
Correct. But you have, even with the salary cap creeping up each and every year, you'll see some of these NFL deals as large as a lot of the at least the mid-tier NBA deals, and then the guaranteed monies, which was a big topic of conversation, which we didn't have that luxury years ago. So the guaranteed money is a lot of the key as well.
Right. All right, Freddie. Well, good stuff as always. Always love catching up with you and appreciate you here in the as the NFL players are off and about and
won't be long. We'll be in the middle of camp.
Camp is just around the corner.
Yes, sir. I'll be there, man.
All right.
Good speaking with you guys.
Thank
always.
you, Fred. All right, my man. We'll talk to you next week.
All right,
That's
fellas.
the Monday morning
Yes, sir.
running back, the pride of the Jags. It's Fred Taylor. All right, this is the headline today in the Daily Mail. Rory McIlroy storms out after biggest choke in history of golf after missing 2 putts in final U.S. Open. Is that the biggest choke in history of golf? Might be. There's also a winner. Let's not forget about that. Matt Every's going to join us in the 9 o'clock hour and kind of give us some retrospect on this year's U.S. Open. From his perspective, it certainly gave us drama and a great event. And we have much more to toss your way as we get you through a Monday morning. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Jags. Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. One-on-one interviews with players, practice footage, podcasts, and more. If you're looking for the best Big Cat coverage around, look no further. 1010XL Jaguars on YouTube.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company. Shane, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me. I needed a new bathroom. I called Shane Lockhart Construction. Fast, friendly, affordable, clean. In your house, they take care of it. We used them again, and then we used them again. And then I turned them on to all of my friends, and they've used them. My son, they did the outside of his house, resided it. Unbelievable. Looks like the best house on the street. Their family gives your family a better living experience. If you have a construction need, a thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavoristic.
The sandwich of the summer. The Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance painting.
Hacker here coming in hot. I'm so freaking stoked right now I could do cartwheels. Well, maybe not cartwheels yet, but soon, after already shedding a jaw-dropping 70 pounds thanks to the miracle workers at Awaken 180. My doc just told me to forget the scalpel. I was scheduled this month for a procedure for a vein in my leg, but thanks to dropping the 70 pounds, I no longer needed it. He was impressed, to say the least. He hasn't ever seen a transformation like I'm having with Awaken 180 weight loss. In reality, all that extra weight was dragging me down. Not just figuratively, but literally. The benefits of losing it have been nothing short of amazing. Yes, a weight loss program that works can actually be done. And most importantly, done easily. If weight's holding you back and you don't think there's a plan you can do, let me tell you, there is. 70 pounds in 3 months, guys. It's doable. So do it online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Dang, missed the ball, broke the tee. No worries, I'll just go to golf-t-repair.com and get these babies fixed. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive apparel designed by Jacksonville for local golfers. golf-t-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for golf stuff.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Your cooling system isn't working. Maybe somebody showed up with a portable electronic device. Then they discussed with you what your options are. Maybe they gave you an estimate that seems like an awful lot of money. What's the smart thing to do? When the situation merits a second opinion, get a Mike Merritt opinion. Yes, the Mike Merritt Comfort Team shows up with hand tools. We've never been able to fix an air conditioning problem with a tablet. Mike Merritt has been the trusted name for more than 30 years because there's never any hocus pocus. The Merritt team will walk you through the diagnostic steps up close and personal and show you exactly what you need. And the Mike Merritt price is likely to be far less because there's never an overtime charge, and the Merritt team doesn't work on commission. So remember, when it comes to the health of your cooling system, a second opinion can only help, and a Mike Merritt opinion can save you money. Florida license CACO 50384.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. 8:51. Good morning, Jacksonville. Hope your Monday's off to a good start. Bump, 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 ba-dum, bump, bump,
yours?
bump, bump, ba-dum, bump, bump. So far, so good. I feel better than I did last Thursday.
All right, listen, credit goes to Bryson DeChambeau, who hit one of the toughest clutch shots ever to get up and down from that bunker 58 yards out. The analytics say you got a 1% chance of getting up and down. No one had gotten up and down out of that bunker all week. Doesn't happen very much in general. So in all regards, he won the golf tournament. But at the very least, Rory McIlroy should have been able to take it to a playoff. First, he missed a 3-foot putt, a putt inside 3 feet that he had made 496 of the last 496 attempts. In other words, this is literally a gimme. You have to, it's like blindfolded you make the putt. And that was the first of the big chokes. He clutched and jabbed and pulled it to the left and it lipped out. And then he left himself with another inside of 4 feet, an equally short, easy, undeniably left center firm putt that any average mini tour player makes in his sleep. And by then he was so on tilt and so mentally weak and timid that he just gave it like a little jab tap, like a 20 handicapper does. Like you're just going to just lose your mind because you have to putt this little 3-footer that's going to break a little bit. I mean, he handled it, he approached it, he hit it, and ultimately missed it like a 16 handicapper. And it's completely unacceptable for someone who is as good as he is. So I think because it was twice, and I felt for the guy, Dan, This isn't one of those where you're reveling and watching a guy suffer and mess up. But he went on tilt. You made a good point. You referenced another point that we made, and that is after he missed the putt on 16, he turned around and jackhammered it into the bunker.
Yeah.
You know, he had a great bunker shot, and he made a 3. I was worried about him missing that one. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah.
And then when he got to 18, you thought maybe he had settled down when he hit such a good chip up there. But, man, you knew he was nervous about it, and he was on tilt. He lost all his confidence, and he approached the putt in a major championship like a guy who was nervous at the member guest. And it was amazing to see, quite frankly.
Yeah, it was it's still stunning. And I just thought it was his day. He was rolling in 20-footers. He was reading the greens. He was putting well. He was hitting shots well. And he just came undone at the 2-shot lead, 5 to go, and he lost outright. And again, he lost outright because he went, correct me here, bogey?
Bogey.
15 he bogeyed, 16 he bogeyed, 17 he saved par, and 18 he bogeyed. Bogeyed 3 out of the last 4 holes.
Yeah, 3 out of. Well, he had a 2-shot lead with 5 to go, and then the guy who's chasing him down bogeyed 2 of the holes, and you still didn't win.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it was right there to win.
He had 4 3-foot putts in the last 5 holes. If he'd made 3 of the 4, he would have been in a playoff.
Just make the putt on 18, and you're in a playoff.
The 18,
and you got a shot.
Look, it was a terrible, terrible choke of a miss on 16. But make no mistake, the choke of chokes, the biggest choke, the one where you're like a true choke, Dan, mentally creeps in on you. I think he was nervous, and I think he didn't play it well, but I don't think he was overcome mentally on the 16 choke. I just think he kind of hit and hoped and didn't focus enough. But 18, make no mistake, is an abject terror.
Yeah.
He's terrified of this putt. He just wants the putt to go in without having to do it. He's absolutely terrified. You can see it in the way that he just jabbed that putt. Like, honestly, like a person who's never golfed would do. And so you combo those two with just the knowledge that you make one. And Rory's got, it's the worst way to lose too, Dan. I told you this before, I don't care what level of golfer you are. You can find 4 or 5 missed shots over the course of the day. Nothing stings like a gimme tap-in putt. That one sticks worse than ever. That one will make you mutter more than topping a drive, more than hitting a wedge in the water, more than chunking a bunker shot. Missing a 2-3 foot putt is the most annoying thing maybe in all of sports.
Yeah. It's just, and again, seeing the joy that DeChambeau has by winning and running around with his trophy, he was just real, and it was cool. And so nothing against DeChambeau. I just felt like this was Rory's time. He finally was going to vanquish a decade, and he couldn't do it. He could not do it. He just couldn't do it. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he looked up at the leaderboard. I don't think because he was watching shots. He got lucky on 18, man. He could have doubled 18. Again, that shot out of the, what do they call the nature, the natural?
Yeah, natural area.
It was terrible. It was terrible. And
By who?
By Rory.
Yeah.
It wasn't just.
I do think, in fairness, I don't know if he hit that so terrible. It's just where it was the drive that I think the ball went right into that tuft of grass, and he could, I don't know if that could have been executed, but it was a terrible position, and he got lucky that it didn't end up worse than it did.
Oh my gosh.
But I think that wiregrass was directly in front of his ball, so I think as he followed through, that affected it more than just like hitting it fat or whatever.
It was so funny. Like all week long, I watched a lot of the Open. I was laid up. All week long, anytime somebody would hit it into the natural area, wiregrass. Well, it's like the lottery in there. And
every time they had an easy shot.
Every time they had a great shot.
Yeah, it's wide open.
It's not that tough.
Well,
now, if you get rolled up against a clump.
And that's what Rory did on that shot, and so I think it made
You do run that risk. At some point, it's going to bite you, but most of the time it doesn't.
We'll get more of the pros' perspective on what went down, the nerves you face, the difficulty of these challenges on golf's biggest stage. Matt Every, former PGA pro, joins us next segment. How far do the Gators go as the slipper turn to glass, or where are we at? Do they beat NC State today? It's hard to guess.
I don't know.
Does Jack Cax pitch today? Is that how it works?
Yeah, he'll pitch today.
He's their second best pitcher?
Yeah.
The bullpen's been really good through this.
That's the sad part about Saturday night. The bullpen was terrific.
Yeah.
Liam got touched up for 3 runs. They got him out of there. They didn't give up a run the rest of the way. They just didn't score.
They've been kind of destiny kissed through this run, and finally that clock hit midnight on that ball that Curlin hit that, should have been a home run. It left the bat. You think it's gone. You know, the Texas A&M right fielder took it back from over the fence. If he hits another 2 feet, Florida wins in dramatic fashion, and you're off to the winner's bracket. But no, they'll have to win today at 2 o'clock to stay alive, or they'll be the second team out in Omaha. FSU moves on. They overcome the disappointment of just getting robbed by the umpires in their first game. I mean, a Tennessee batter went way around on a third strike. Game should have been over, and they said no, that he held off, and then he promptly delivered the game winner. That was weak.
What has to be said is how difficult it is when you lose the first game to come back. You've got to win like 4 games. I mean, Tennessee's sitting back, chilling out.
Sure.
While FSU is going to have to go beat North Carolina and then beat Tennessee twice. It's a tough road to hoe. So it makes it tough for anybody. I think only 4 times has it happened where the team lost the opener and came back and won the entire. Now
this Florida team has given its fan base the right to say, I'll think it's over when we get the 3rd out in the 9th.
Correct.
They've lived on the edge here, and
100%.
Every time they've absolutely quote had to, they have. So all right, let's talk to Maddie about the Open and more when we come back on the other side. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Serving Jags fans since 2007. This is 1010XL, home of the Jaguars. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, man, it's good to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money gang. I'm not an expert when it comes to investing. That's why I find the experts. Can you tell the difference between the 401k and the SEP IRA? I can't. But I know as I move closer to retirement, my money grows. The arrow's up, and that's because of the ITP Partners. That's Reed Wingate and Danny Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. From Junebug to Juju, 3 generations of Hickens have invested and invest with our friends at ITP Partners. Ain't cookie cutter stuff either, gang. They listen, they give you individualized strategies. Your goals are their priority. Get in the game. ITP Partners are always there to help. Get started today. More info, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com, then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Jamie Johnson, What a View Tour. Like I'm playing the award-winning songwriting master. June 20th, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Special guest Ben Haggard. Should have seen it in color. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. I tell you, the high cost of living. Don't miss Jamie Johnson live. Living high.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. VONS. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Former Jaguar and NFL.com reporter Bucky Brooks. With the contract issues settled for quarterback Trevor Lawrence, he's looking for Lawrence to have greater focus.
So now Trevor Lawrence can focus on, I would say, the important things, getting his team to the next level.
Former Jaguar defensive tackle Malik Jackson feels the Jag head coach Doug Peterson is the right man for the team.
I think he's just a coach that really allows his players to be themselves and speak their minds and give input, and I think that's why he's really a good coach.
In golf, Bryson DeChambeau captured his second U.S. Open on Sunday, holding off a back nine charge from Rory McIlroy.
I'm so happy I got that shot up and down on 18. Oh, man. I didn't want to finish second again.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:05, it's 82 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
The All-Pro Roofing Hotline about to get a workout here. Matt Every's standing by with some retrospect on this year's U.S. Open. Meanwhile, the Jacksonville Sharks are back home in the arena this weekend. Head coach Jason Gibson joins us right now. Shark Attack. Try and get on track this weekend at home. Always a fun night. You want to beat the heat, man, head down to the arena and have a good time. Good old time with our Jacksonville Sharks.
Nice AC, lots of action, music
fun
blasting.
Game. We had a super exciting in the last home game, and so hopefully we'll get another one like that this weekend as kind of the figuring this league out process continues for Coach Gibson. Good morning, Jason. How we doing? I know you played up at Green Bay over the weekend, and again, you're just trying to
10-2 Blizzard, by the way.
Blizzard?
Yeah, they're 10-2.
Yeah,
for a reason, I guess.
It seems like that's been the
schedule. I got look. Hey, I got to give them credit. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They're a good team, but they struggled for years. And then, they finally put it together, and now this is their season. So, kudos to them. They played solid football, and so they're in first place for a reason. And playing their crowd was good. So it was a tough experience, and we're out 6 starters. Oof. So when you lose 35-40% of your roster, it sucked. But I can't take anything away from them. They were there. They've earned what they've got. They're a good team.
Right.
So
you build a little scar tissue, right? A little toughness. These things, these difficulties. Now, I'm sure. For a guy that's been around as long as you know that there can be positives come out of it if you're handling these things the right way. Is that kind of part of your challenge?
No, well, the challenge on that game is really for our players really to see how you have to, the effort you got to put in. I mean, sometimes and we talk about it. There's blame to go everywhere, and the blame always starts with me. That's no secret. I mean, I get that. I've been in pro sports long enough, But also too, there's a thing called effort, and you can't coach effort. But that was a good team. They outplayed us. They out-physicaled us. They got after it, and you got to give it to them. But from our standpoint, we get the chance to come home. And we got a huge game this Saturday against our rival, the Mass Pirates. I don't want it to come down to the last play of the game again. So, that was a heartbreaking against Tulsa. But it's a big game against Mass Pirates. They got some really great players. We're trying to, get a replacement from when you lose Boone Williams and Jeremiah Payton at receiver. And, we had Ulrich Jones down. Those are big-time players in this 100%. League that we didn't have last week.
Yeah, and that's kind of the hidden thing of your league and your team that might not just be there for Gen Pop to know. So, chance to get back home, get back on the winning ways, jacksharks.com, get your tickets. And, Coach, you've become the expert. There you go. Come on.
904-621-0700. It is Star Wars night, which is the best night of the year. They got specialty jerseys. They bring all the characters out. So if you haven't been out there, it's a great time. It's going to be a great game, and I'm looking forward to it. So 904-621-0700.
All right, my man. Well, good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. All right, there you go.
Yes, sir.
Jason
Thanks.
Gibson, head coach of your Jacksonville Sharks. We got Maddie in there, E? Yeah? Just one to the next, just hotline from hotline to hotline. Matt, what's your most memorable, you knew you choked? We all know when we choke. We know when the nerves take over and the physical part of what you're trying to do as an athlete is being so encumbered by the mental part that it literally changes your effect. And I don't know if that was the case for Rory on 16, but it damn sure was on 18 because of what had happened on 16. Do you have a personal that sticks out in your mind in your golf career? E, we got him in there. No. Hey, did you hear that, Matt?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's okay.
What's up, boys? Actually, Jeff, that's a great question. First time I ever won, I felt like I choked. I missed the short one on the last, but I knew I was going, and it was 100% because of nerves. I missed it to the right, which usually what happens under the pump. You don't release it, or with a longer putt, you tend to leave those shorts. That putt Rory had on 18 yesterday was brutal. I don't think Smiley did a great job dressing that one up. Behind the hole, downhill 4 feet, that thing slid about 6 inches left to right. I feel like half the field would have missed that putt in tournament play. 16, though, there's just no excuse for that. 2.5 feet, not a ton of movement. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Take me in the side of a guy who has just a different skill level, right? And so you can, you can take me inside Rory's head and body better than I can get there, because you've already cleared up something that putt seems like a better than 50-50 to me. But my question is this, because how he missed the putt on 16, he gag pulled it, right? He just pulled it. Did he guard? Now, did that keep him from, I think the way you guys are so successful and confident is the putt that he had on 18, Rory, just give me a firm left center and let's get out of here. And because he had gag pulled it on 16, was he afraid to release that putt, to putt that ball? Because what he ended up doing was kind of just jab, stab, and timidly like us amateurs doing, and letting the ball just fall off the table to the right.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it was a brutal putt he had there, Jeff. It's the hardest 4-footer you're going to find on the course.
Okay.
They didn't do a great job dressing that thing up for the audience.
Okay.
Behind the hole on 18 at Pinehurst is dead.
Okay.
It's dead. If you're short of it, it's great. You straight uphill putt. You get behind it. If Rory charges that thing from 4 feet and it just catches a little bit of the lip, he's got 20 feet coming back.
Oh, right.
Boy. So you almost have to play, that dead weight dripper in there, and he put it outside. He put it, his feet were aiming way left. It just slid across the hole.
Yeah.
All right, let me it wasn't just the missed putts. Like, what did – and listen, I found myself pulling for Rory. I wanted him to win the U.S. Open. I wanted him to vanquish 10 years. He's tried to do most things right. Well, anyway. But he gets to 15, and it's almost like something, because he bogeyed, if I'm not mistaken, on Saturday, 15 and 17, the 2 par 3s, right? And so, sure enough, on 15 again, he bogeys. Then, and then it's just, was it 15? Was that the one that he hit a little too low, so it kind of ran through the green all the way to the back? And at that point, I was thinking, just get a bogey. Don't chunk this thing. Get it up on the green somewhere and two-putt and get out of there. But there were other shots, Matty, that he just all of a sudden, man. I mean, this guy was in control. 4 out of 5 birds rolling in 20-footers. Oh, I'm like, this is coronation time. Let's go.
Right. I mean, right off the rip, too. First hole. A 20, 25-footer, and then they sprinkled like 2 or 3 more throughout the round.
Yeah.
It's funny, my buddy texted me right when he goes, it's going to be interesting to see how Rory plays now that he has the lead. And it definitely changed.
Yes.
He's got to be sick to his stomach with that putt on 16, man. I don't want to take anything away from Bryson.
Sure.
But it feels like Rory lost this tournament more than Bryson.
Because we'll give Bryson credit forever for that shot. You guys tell me that's the toughest shot in golf, what he did on 18 from the bunker, from 55.
Unbelievable.
Right? I mean, you can't.
Uphill, there's a lot more than just a 58-yard bunker shot.
Unbelievable. Not only that, but if you catch that thing just a hair thin, he's
off
out
the
of
green.
bounds.
Right.
There's OB right over the green into the clubhouse.
Oh, my gosh. So but it wasn't like he was rolling in putts either on the last 4 or 5 holes. It was like a battle of attrition. And so Rory's got, at that point, though, Rory's got another chance. Like, man, if I can, I just got a par 18 here. And he hits, and he's such a good driver of the golf ball. My gosh, but he hit it left. And he.
The left is the choke drive, Matty, for a right-hander? That's the one where you just.
Maybe. Well, both of those guys, for the most part, the tour guys on the tour like to work it left to right off the tee. What's interesting about Bryson and Rory is they're really 2 of the last guys left that work it right to left off the tee. So the 18th hole doesn't set up great for them. It's uphill, bends to the right. You could tell Rory was aiming to hit a little bit of a peeler, and he just hit it dead. To me, it looked like he hit it dead straight. Didn't cut. I don't. What do you guys think about those grass areas?
It doesn't either make it grass or not. I don't know. It seems pretty
I'm
indiscriminate.
with you. Make it a little. I think it needs to be a little more penal. There's Bryson. I mean, how many fairways did he hit yesterday? I don't
like
know
2. He was last.
Right.
It was 4 out of 12 at one point. He was last in fairways hit.
By the way, Shazam, there's another number that you guys have brought up a number. It reminded me of. This is unbelievable. You guys know how many birdies Scheffler made all week?
How many?
Played 4 rounds. You know what he made?
What?
4. Dude averages 5 birdies a round on PGA Tour. He made 4 in 4 rounds. Is that not unreal? That's unbelievable.
I mean, listen, as a fan, I loved it. I love
Great
that.
theater.
I love that course. But we did talk earlier. It's like they say, it's a lottery when the ball rolls in there. No, it's not. 9 out of 10, you usually got a good lie, and you can hit it and move it. But you get that one time where it's up against something.
It just seems like you're throwing too much blind luck into it. Like 10 guys hit it in there, 9 have just an open, hard pan shot, and one guy's is nestled right up against it. It's like, if it's thick, continuous rough, it's the same for everyone, I guess, or more likely to be the same. What's your take on Bryson DeChambeau, Matty, and how is he received on tour? I think. His popularity, I think, among general public is really done an about face. I don't remember him being very popular on tour among his peers, and I'm wondering if that's changed at all either.
It's bizarre. He went from, a couple of years ago, probably one of the most hated guys in the game.
Right.
He goes to live, and now he's like maybe the most liked in the game. I mean, he's electric. He's must-see TV, and it's coming off. He's coming off more genuine to me than he ever has
100%
before.
100%.
I do think there's been a little bit of a change with Bryson. I find myself I found myself rooting for Bryson yesterday.
Me too.
Yeah,
I did too.
And I had no problem with him winning. I just kind of was.
I think that he did do this, and this is a roundabout way of doing it. When you hear this phrase, when you hear this cliche that the guys, most of them on Live used of growing the game, and it's always about some. Kids clinic in Sarajevo or some, a mentor program. And those are important, don't get me wrong. Bryson's the only one that put the money where the mouth was. And he said it even when he took it. He said, look, I'm going to take all this money I'm making and all this free time I have now, and I'm going to grow the game through a different venue, through the YouTube, by getting a different demo and a different he doesn't need to do the YouTube for the cash. You're not talking about a guy trying to become a YouTube star. Liv took care of that. But what he is doing, as opposed to the moving mouths, like those guys fell in different spots. Some people took the money and just said, yeah, I'm taking the money. Some people took it because I'm at the point in my career I don't care. And then there's those that they all said they were growing the game, and no one's really done anything to grow the game, and Bryson's doing it in a fun way, and I think he's showing a different demo and a different group of people that golf is fun. And you can win the U.S. Open 3 weeks after taking on a guy using hickory-shafted clubs or junior clubs from Target. You know, anyway.
I can't turn away when he's on the television. You know, we talked about I don't know if you guys picked up on this on the 18th green yesterday, but when Bryson had about that 4-footer up the hill to win, Pavone had just hit his putt and he was just inside Bryson. Okay, and you heard the crowd boo because they wanted Pavone to finish out so Bryson could have his moment. Well, Pavone has to protect the field there.
That's right. He did.
He's potentially going to show Bryson the line. Rory's in the clubhouse hoping Bryson's gonna miss this putt. Bryson backed off his read and put his hands up and told the crowd do not do that. That was awesome. That was awesome to me.
That's good. I like that you saw that and explained that. Maddie, what do you? This probably doesn't matter as much to you guys, but Rory hightails it out of there. That's going to be a topic amongst media guys. Yeah, you got to. Come on, Roars. You've been through a lot, dude. I mean, I know this is devastating.
I was okay with it, which is out of character for me. It really was. And I'm not a huge Rory fan. It's different in team sports to me. Team sports, you got a team you got to speak to, a fan base, an ownership.
Part of the gig.
You're your brand. And if you want to take the hit for you, he'll take the hit. No one else, right? Not his team, not anyone else. And if what are you going to say, bro? I mean, he might be. I'm just embarrassed. I'm humiliated. This is awful. I've never been worse. I'm getting the hell out of here. And let's not forget this, and this is real. You know, things on the home front probably aren't real smooth and easy and relaxed for Rory these days.
Well,
there's some difficult conversations going on in the McIlroy household, the way that's been, in the news. So, oof.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
It would have been interesting to see if he took that down, if did she run out on the green? I mean,
right.
Was she there?
I didn't see her.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't see her.
And you win in NOLA, and you're jumping up on stage singing "Just a Small Town Girl." So I mean, you got to take the good and the bad, baby. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and let the cameras roll when you're, you got it's part of the job, man. They're professionals, and that's part of the job.
Yeah, Again,
it may not bother you, but
this one's such a unique situation.
There's a story to tell there. There's a history of golf. I mean, this is Pinehurst number 2.
It'll be told.
And his response will never be recorded until he sits down at the next
and
stop
by the way,
talks about
and he becomes about 1,000th in golf line when it comes to that. These golfers don't stand up and stick around and tell you why they failed.
And they should all be criticized when they don't. I just, but it's not that, again, I don't think it's a huge deal.
No, I hear you. It was just so public and humiliating and fresh. What's he going to say? I'm not the story here.
So,
although he was.
So do you like Pinehurst 2 as a kind of a rotating spot for the Open?
I was listening to you guys earlier, and Prosser said he enjoys venues like this more so than a Valhalla. I couldn't agree more for all major championships.
Right.
I want to see these guys get their butts kicked a little bit, but also I want to see the cream rise to the top. I love the venue. My one critique would be I want those grassy areas to be a little more grassier.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
I think, like you said, 9 out of 10 get a lie. I'd like to see 4 out of 10 get a lie.
Right.
But I don't know how they do that. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, but it was great. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good spot for them, and man, what a
Matt, who's more likely
battle down the stretch?
Who's more likely to win a major next, DeChambeau or McIlroy? Bryson for sure. Does McIlroy win it? I mean, what did Norman do after blowing that lead to Faldo? Was he ever anything after that?
What about Mickelson after the U.S. Open?
Well, he won. He won all his big tournaments after he had that flub.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
But Roy's also 35.
Yeah.
And it's been 10 years. It's not like
it has been 10 years. This is probably other than the Masters where he gassed it really bad that one year.
Yeah, 6-shot lead.
Right.
Yeah.
This has got to be. If it's not the worst, it's top 2.
I can't imagine that he's. His plane was in the air 52 minutes after Bryson's putt dropped. You're talking about a quick exit. Plane wheels up 52 minutes after that winning putt went in. By the time Bryson is giving his,
That's a hell of an agent he's got.
Yeah, they're getting out of here. We're getting out of here quick.
Listen, all of, again, and I just saw this coming. I had tweeted earlier, Maddie, that this is going to either be a redemption day like no other for Rory or one of the greatest, lowest of lows, thrill of victory, agony of defeat stuff. But we can go down the line. I can tell you how Arnold Palmer choked away. You know, the great ones all have.
Here's the
been
deal.
In the
He's not a great one, though, Hick. That's the problem. Those guys have that because they've got 10 or 8 or 7. This dude's still sitting on, is it 3?
4.
He's sitting on 4. Yeah, you will not be looked at as one of the game's greats.
All right, Maddie.
With 4.
Maddie, what does Rory McIlroy finish with major-wise when he's done?
I think he's done winning majors.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, I will take 6.
You'll take 6.
I say he wins 2 more.
You're saying 2 more, yeah, not 6 more.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if he won 2 more. I'm just saying these are so many opportunities. This guy is 10 years in a row he's been top 10 at the U.S. Open. Did I see that? Is that right? I don't want to. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is, but it also sounds like there's some kind of mental.
That's what I mean.
Well, yeah.
If you've got what it takes, you'd be winning some of these tournaments.
Okay, but we would have said the same thing about Phil.
But once he
tournament
started
after tournament after tournament.
But not if he won and then went 10 years without winning. I don't know. I'm not sure we would. I mean, we said it up until he won, and then he never had a drought like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Phil also won in his 50s, long after he, his best golf was.
Maybe Rory calls Liv today and says, "What do you want? What do you got for
me?"
Hey,
what happened to Scotty Scheffler other than he found out that I picked him in brunch with the tour?
Oh man, I don't know. He got a haircut.
Shaved.
Samson.
He shaved.
Yeah, he can't. By the way, the other day we were talking about white dudes in the fade, and you were one of the guys we were referencing. You could pull off a fade. He can't pull off a fade.
Oh no, but
Scheffler can't pull that off. That was a bad look. I think it cost him the tournament.
Oh yeah.
I do too. Hey, look good, play good. That wasn't happening for him. and listen, that should have been a perfect course for Scotty. I mean, right up high ball hitter,
right, good ball
left to
striker,
right, small target. Yeah, I mean, right up his alley.
So
there's one other. Go ahead.
No, you.
Well, I was just gonna say, getting off Scotty. There's one other guy that I don't know. Maybe he gets a pass because he's not American, and but Hideki to me is another guy that should have more wins.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the stats from last week, but I guarantee you he was in the bottom of the putting stats. He is also another guy who's consistently up there in majors, and I'm a little surprised he hasn't won more as well.
That's a good one, and he
just has the one, right? The Masters.
Because you look up and there he is. He's always lurking.
He's had he had some injuries, man, that I think probably a couple of these years has kept him from. But they probably all do. All right, so before we let you go, biggest you as a both historian and former player, multiple winner on PGA Tour. What are the biggest chokes in major? We'll limit it to majors.
Well, Van de Velde is number one, right?
Yeah.
Norman, that Norman Sunday afternoon.
Scott Hoke.
Scott
Hoke at the Masters.
Yeah. Norman losing the 7-shot lead to Faldo.
Doug Sanders missing the tiny one on who was that against? Nicholas?
Oh, at the British?
At St. Andrews?
Yeah.
Norman at Augusta.
Rory at Augusta with that 6. I'll give you one. What about has Spieth done anything since he dunked those 2 balls into 12? Has he won since then? Like majors?
Not majors.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, that choke may have that was also a big choke. When the first ball going in, no, but when you get to pick your yardage and put it down and then you chunk another one in the water, that was a pretty big choke.
You know what kind of stinks is it feels like Bryson could be going on a dominant run here if he wasn't on the live. Like, it's a bummer. We have to wait until the British Open to see Bryson.
And by the way, I think that Bryson has looked at live this way, and he will more than ever now, that it's just a promotional obligation. He has X amount of corporate tournaments he's got to go play a year. He's putting his free time into
This is where it becomes incumbent on the tour to work something out and get the guys back playing together. Hey, a couple other ones that were chokes that we probably don't know, but Ed Snead at the 79 Masters, okay?
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Began the final round with a 5-stroke lead. 3 ahead with 3 to go. Bogeyed 16, 17, and 18. The putts on 16 and 17 stopped.
Who was
Ed Snead stopped right on the lip, and then he bogeyed 18, faced a playoff with Fuzzy. Fuzzy won.
Oof.
Arnie in 66 at the U.S. Open began the final round at Olympic Club. 3-shot lead extended to 7 strokes by the turn. 7 in 66.
Wow. Adam Scott was up 4 with 4 to go with the British and lost.
Yeah. Drop shots at 13 and 14, still led by 5 with 4 to go. Arnold Palmer.
Nobody's immune to it.
Nobody's immune. It's amazing.
The beauty of the sport.
And then here's one that this might be the all-timer that I want to see if you remember this, Maddie. And this wasn't in a major. But Martin Keimer was rolling. He's leading Abu Dhabi. He shot 64, 67, 65. He held a 6-shot lead after 3 rounds. After 5 holes, he had a 10-shot lead.
Wow.
And then he lost.
This is back when he was like, Der Bomber.
Yeah, Der Bomber, Martin Keimer.
Martin Keimer has got a good resume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Players in 2 majors, right?
A couple majors of players, right? I think he was number 1 at one point. All right, Maddie, this is the last thing. I've talked about this too. What makes it so hard for Rory is, to me, and again, my level of golf and your level of golf is different, and your tournament experience would make it different. Maybe it's all the same to you. But if it's me, and I don't care who you are of golf, if you're trying to break 120 or you're trying to break 80 for the first time, and at the end of the day, look, you can deal with you pushed a drive just a little bit right, it went out of bounds, that cost me. Or, I thinned a wedge and went over the green and I couldn't get up and down. Or, I hit it fat and left it in the bunker. Let me tell you what hurts worse than all of it. Yeah, I would have broke 80 today, but I missed 3-footers on 16 and 18. It's the way he lost. It's the most painful. At least it would be for me. Would that be the same for you, knowing that you left it on the green there on those little putts?
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, look, Rory got to 8 under par. The winning score was 6. That's all you need to know right there. He's got to be sick to his stomach. And Rory, the person he is, I don't think this is something he's just going to forget about tomorrow.
That's an interesting point.
Gonna stick with him for a while. How could it not? I mean, it's been 10 years since he's won one. He had this one in his lap.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, real quick before you go, one more exercise. I've got 5 golfers, all right? They're all between 27 and 31 years old, okay? They all have 2 major championships. I'm going to tell you their name. You tell me how many they finished with. You ready to play?
Okay.
All right, here we go. They all have 2 majors. Bryson DeChambeau, how many majors does he end with? Maddie?
6.
5.
6 and 5?
Yep.
Scotty Scheffler?
7.
5.
5, all right. John Rahm?
What does he have? He has 2 already?
2.
4.
4. Did you say 2, Maddie?
Yeah.
Colin Morikawa?
The guy just withdrew with an infected toe. Come on.
That's fine.
Morikawa, he's got 2?
Yeah.
I'll go. He seems like he's going to be that sneaky guy that when you're all said and done, he'll have 5. I'm going to go 5 with him.
Okay. Maddie?
I'll go 4.
All right. And lastly, Justin Thomas.
1 more. 3. Does he have 2 right now?
He has 2.
And how old is he?
Between 27 and 31.
I'll go 3. I think these. I don't know. What's the hole in his game, Maddie? Why doesn't he win more?
Win? How about compete?
He's lost it right now.
He's a train wreck right now.
No, I know he's right now, but maybe 2 is
a lot
the
of
answer.
A lot of good players.
A lot of good players, bro.
All right, Maddie, I'll see you later in the week.
Yeah, I'll be in.
All right. See you, Maddie.
I'll talk to you. All right, there he goes. Love that guy. That's great perspective there. And it's good to clean up some of what my amateur, 8 handicap perspective is versus a guy who's been in some of those same situations. Our guy Matt was low amateur at the U.S. Open when it was at Pinehurst in 5? I don't know which year. No one knows. Science has remained baffled. We'll come back and see what's trending. Put a wrap on today's program. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Want more Jags? Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. Looking for more in-depth coverage of the Gators? Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Need your FSU fix? Well, subscribe to the 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel. Your favorite team, one specific location.
Okay, men, if you're battling fatigue, chronic pain, waning sex drive, performance, any and all, they are fixable, I'm telling you. Doc Busey at Integra Concierge Medicine has the hormonal treatment to get you back to the good old days. Contact them today.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of the family, your loved ones. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, I'm not. But he has a question. Have you done your last will? It's something you need to do, something you need to think about, something you need to take care of. It allows you to get your assets to the people you choose. You get it done, you don't have to worry about it. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen, going to help you with some tough decisions. He's going to provide you info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty, 527-1700. That's 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and summer is here on the First Coast. You know, long days, short sleeves, lazy summer afternoons, and soaring temperatures that can do a number on your AC. But do what I did and plan ahead with an expert AC tune-up from Fenwick Home Services to avoid those costly summer breakdowns. If you've heard me say it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. Hope is not a plan. That's why Fenwick Home Services has you covered 24/7 with same-day service, including maintenance plans, free same-day estimates, and guaranteed repairs. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com. That's FenwickHomeservices.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Sometimes the most important position in sports needs a translator.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the quarterback whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet.
Yo, it's the Celtics versus the Mavericks in the NBA Finals. Can Luka and Kyrie figure out how to lead the Mavericks to take home the trophy? Or is Jason and Jalen just too much firepower? Make sure you look into all the action and winning some money with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet anything, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot to cash in on some straight cash, homie. You can live stream and bet on the games right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are posted daily. It's more than just a sports book, buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share and all the sweats. Give yourself a head start today and play with the house money. Just use promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up to make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interests first. Plus, every vehicle purchase comes with 2 years free maintenance. What Mazda moves you? Find out. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com to discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Tired of an AC warranty that doesn't seem to cover what actually breaks? Not at Vaughn's Heating and Air. New AC units from Vaughn's include a 10-year warranty covering all parts, all labor, and all refrigerant. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vaughn's.
Attention veterans, if you have a VA loan, you need to listen to this, especially if your current rate is higher than 6.5%. Now is the time to take advantage of the federal government's VA Streamline Refinance Program. With my friends at Loan Pronto, you can. Go to loanpronto.com. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto has fixed rate APRs in the 5s. You can drop your rate now. Lower your payment with no income documentation and no appraisal. Do it at loanpronto.com. Their all-digital platform makes it easy. They can even cover your closing costs. If you need cash now, Loan Pronto can get you up to 100% of your home value. You can pay off all your credit cards or other debt and save as much as $1,000 a month. Call Loan Pronto now at 904-999-1508 or get a 30-second rate quote at loanpronto.com. Ask about streamlined VA loans, no income doc, and no appraisal. Loan Pronto, 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Ryan Murphy, according to Clayton Freeman over at the Pamphlet, is swimming for his spot on the team today. Won the 10th and last preliminary heat, second fastest time overall. Can qualify for the games for a third time in Monday night's 100 back final. So scheduled to swim the 200 back on Wednesday and Thursday. Doesn't know if he's going to try the 100 butterfly. He may. Caleb Dressel begins his Olympic trials with Tuesday morning's prelims in the 100 free to add to his quest to
Dressel
add to his
is clay,
goal.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Murphy's bowls?
Yes.
Well, we have a ton of locals. A lot of those bowls kids are,
Mm-hmm.
come here for their swimming program and are involved in the trials, and we'll be swimming in the Olympics.
We talked about Stephen Kwan last week of the Cleveland Guardians. He's up to 398.
Wow.
Still doesn't have the amount of hits or at-bats to qualify. I guess
Well,
he was out
he
early.
had like an odd streak to start his career. What did he homer in the first 6 games?
No, I don't
or
think it was
something?
homers. I think it was hits or
something.
Mm-hmm. But he's one reason why the Guardians have been so good. They have been a surprising team, I think, in the world of baseball for sure. When you look at what they've been able to accomplish, I think.
Well, they have been the biggest surprise of by a mile. Those Naylor brothers are tough little so-and-sos. Those are tough outs.
Yeah. Do we have time for some New York City headlines?
We do. Of course we do. And they are brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine and my doctor, Paul Bousset. If you haven't been feeling great, men, you can feel better with bioidentical hormones and such. So you just call my guy. Functional, sensible, engaged approach to your health with Doc Bousset at Integra Concierge Medicine.
Rory McIlroy ducks out of U.S. Open quickly without talking to reporters.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. I give a little more leeway when it's an individual and not a team sport you're speaking for.
Tom Brady gets heavily booed in broadcasting debut.
I didn't understand that. Was it because I don't know what that was.
Munn's the word. John Mulaney and Olivia Munn spark marriage speculation as he deletes ring photos.
Is she the one that was with Ted Lasso, wasn't she, or no? Was that Olivia Wilde?
No one knows. Ted Danson reveals the Cheers cast targeted Woody Harrelson. We wanted to kick his ass.
I could see that. He was probably the one that was always late and high, and it wasn't in line with those more veteran people.
Avenging Angel. Here's how Caitlin Clark reacted to Angel Reese's flagrant foul as Sky rookie rips refs.
She just, Angel Reese, is just was not a good look, her complaining about the refs when she's out there, head hunting. Caitlin just takes the high road, whatever. This will pass.
Feeling hot as scorching heat dome sends NYC temps soaring past 100. Here's how to stay cool.
I love when our friends to the north go to where we live for months, for just a couple of days, and they just wilt like, melted candles.
Yeah. I can't read that one.
Of course, they don't have the AC and the infrastructure that we prepare for here, but still.
Favorite girl dad Demi Moore and Emma Hemming team up to celebrate Bruce Willis on Father's Day.
Okay.
He's not.
He didn't know they were there, I'm sure, at this point.
Island mystery, body of U.S. tourists found in Greek Isles, the latest in string of missing or dead travelers there.
Now, is this like an epidemic, or is just everything is reported now? Or has it always been like a 50-50? It feels like if you go on vacation somewhere that you don't end up dead?
Alleged thief stole $11,000 worth of smokes from Walgreens.
That's good work if you can get it. I mean,
$11,000.
That's good work if you can get it. I mean, my gosh, how many packs of cigarettes, how many cartons is that, buddy?
Fit for a King, $10,000 per month. Continuum Wellness Club opens in Greenwich Village. $10,000 a month. That's a little high, isn't it? To belong?
Yeah, I would think. I mean, I don't know. It's New York City pricing, though.
Yeah. Come and get it. Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco share passionate kiss after romantic Malibu dinner date.
Don't know who Benny Blanco is, so that takes away my interest in that story.
Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco getting a little Selena. I know who Selena is.
Yeah.
Seems like a lovely young lady.
Okay.
Can't make them up.
I'm not going to do that one.
These are real.
Couple who shielded their 2 young kids during Michigan Splash Park shooting shot 7 times combined. Oof.
Yeah, that's pretty natural there, man. I don't know how much of a hero or if you're a parent, you shield your kids. I think we would all do that.
Cop put on leave after fatally running over 66-year-old woman on beach with police pickup truck.
Yeah. Oof. I have to take away your driver's license on that one.
Actual
Did it
headlines.
kill her?
I just read them. I don't know.
Yeah, read them and weep in that case.
Those are the
All
New York
right,
City headlines.
gang, man, it's time to talk about what's been bothering you and how one call can help you feel better. That call is to Integra Concierge Medicine. Get your hormones and balance, feel better. Allergies, sex drive, chronic fatigue, energy. The cause will be found. The cure will be met. At Integra, I have my doctor on demand, Paul Bousset, and he can be yours as well. So set up that free consultation at Integra Concierge Medicine.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Mia O'Brien.
Fun-loving girl.
On Helmets and Heels from noon to 2.
Likes to laugh. Lives to love. No dull moments tolerated.
Mia's quick hits are driven by Arlington Toyota. On the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Exciting news from All Pro Roofing. Effective right now, you can get an instant roof quote. Just click the Instant Roof Quote tab on their website. Whether you're in need of roofing, exterior siding, or windows, All Pro Roofing is your local partner for quality craftsmanship. Click the Instant Roof tab and voila! Get an instant quote. It's that simple. Click on the Instant Roof Quote tab today at allproroofingllc.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
Yo, it's the Celtics versus the Mavericks in the NBA Finals. Can Luka and Kyrie figure out how to lead the Mavericks to take home the trophy? Or is Jason and Jalen just too much firepower? Make sure you look into all the action and win some money with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet anything, anytime, so you'll never miss a shot to cash in on some straight cash, homie. You can live stream and bet on the games right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you need to decide. Cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays. And new boosts are posted daily. It's more than just a sportsbook, buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share and all the sweats. Give yourself a head start today and play with the house money. Just use promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up to make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hicken here with Zero Res. If you're like me, you like to sit on the sofa recliners and watch a good game or show. You know, unwind down from the day. Sometimes TV time means food, drink, and a mess as well. That's why you need to have the Zero Res truck out and get that furniture looking great again. All of June, Zero Res offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning, 25% off a sectional, off a sofa, 25% off a love seat, 25% off your favorite recliner. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 17, 1979, at the U.S. Open, Hal Irwin wins his second Open title, 2 strokes ahead of former champions Jerry Pate and Gary Player.
As
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take to pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our returning champion, a basketball court sweat mopper from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Lewis Cramp.
Great to be back, Merv.
There's only one category left on the board, Lewis. People you can trust to repair your air conditioner. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Well, I'm pretty handy with tools around. Right, so my Uncle Steve used to fix transmissions, so maybe he could... Okay, sorry. I guess just call the guys at Bueller?
That's right, Lewis. The highly trained technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing have the tools and the experience to service any make and model of home air conditioner to make sure that you are cool.
You sure I can't just have a quick...
Yeah, we're done for today. Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
There's certain places you know if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate, full of choices and all of them good.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances, that's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, couple things to cool down on. In baseball yesterday, Austin Martin, who went to Trinity Christian, plays for the Twins now, made an unbelievable catch. That is robbing a home run, by the way. He went up over the fence, got his glove over the wall, brought it back in. And then Jacob Young, Ponte Vedra High in Florida, he hit his first home run of his Major League Baseball career. I thought that was both cool. On this date in history, 30 years ago, what happened? If I just say two words, will you guys get the answer? The chase. 30 years ago today, the chase.
Oh.
What is it, E?
Is that OJ?
There you go.
I thought we just had that 30. That must have been something else.
Probably something else.
Might have been the verdict. No, it wouldn't be the verdict. It would have been, I don't know.
Chase was, the NBA Finals were going on. That's true. They cut into the NBA Finals to do it. My cool down, I thought this was a hot take for a cool down, but Matt Every predicting no majors for Rory the rest of his career. That could have been that damaging yesterday. So I'll take it from his PGA Tour impression. We're cooled down and ready to hand it off to Jaguars today. It has been the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services.